But this is all fucking, fairy dust.
Again, don't be scared because, again, people have been at war for hundreds of years and they're going to be at war for another 100.
We are back, baby.
Woo!
Let's go.
We're back, boys. God damn. First of all, thank you, everyone, for tuning in as always. We love you, motherfuckers. The listens are still popping, which is great. We've dropped a little bit, but we're still averaging 75, 76. So we're still kind of like at peak, which is sick. So love you, motherfuckers. Welcome back, boys. Full panel. DZ,
right.
How are you? What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
We've got this thing today, boys.
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. That's
Oh,
horny.
you hear that?
It sounds good.
That does sound fucking good. And then you let that fucking kind of drip a little bit. That looks like me after a rough night. Just drips out. Real slow.
If you're listening on Spotify, we have the beer tower from last episode again. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking about
That beer that beer tower though would definitely come in handy for crazy events.
But it's got no beer in it. We're drinking,
that
that shit Joey had the other episode.
Passion
fruit.
vodka.
Yeah, I can only
Beautiful.
have one of these.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Maybe.
We're back.
Salute.
Beautiful. Good to be back. I hate fucking missing a week. It just feels weird as shit, eh? It feels weird, man.
Yeah.
Like
when I had to miss that Halloween episode, I was spewing because I was so keen for that Halloween episode. But I listened to it. You guys fucking always killed it, whether it's a full panel or not. But yeah,
we got deep on that one too.
You know what you add that we never had before that as well? I know Jezza is the same too. You guys are so like, I don't know if you guys think about it too much or what, because I know you definitely don't, but like what we're saying and if things are good or work or like we just come here and fucking do it. But you and Jezza are like, you're thinking of it as like a business model sort of thing. Like, trying to make the show run well. But us two, we just we rock up and we're fucking whatever.
I think at the start I would always do that, but then the thing is, you like I'm good on the fly. You guys are good on the fly, but then I feel like sometimes I'd drop the ball and I'd be like, fuck, if I didn't contribute any points, and for a few weeks there at the start, like in a row, you guys had points, and I'd just kind of be just like going off your points, and I'm like, bro, I need to try to, say.
But I think you're just thinking about it too much a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
we're just having a good time.
Yeah,
Man. Fuck
true.
it, we're turning out, we're chilling, we're talking. It doesn't
yeah.
matter if you don't feel like talking. Just sit here, enjoy, listen. If I don't, we just, don't
It's fun though, regardless.
Yeah,
you know what I
you
mean?
always come on like you're thinking like like if you do a good job or something, you always do a good job, man. We love having
thanks,
you here.
bro.
You bring
Thank
the
you.
conversation, the chat, the laughs.
Yes, sir.
Good vibes.
Yes,
Fucking
sir.
That's what it's about here on FireCast.
What are you up to, DZ? Anyway,
Same old
shit.
man. I'm trying to fucking, get my shit together, knuckle down a little bit. But, yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad to be doing this every week. Something that I really like in my life and value a lot is this. And the time we get to spend together, and just chopping it up.
It's good
and
for
the
this.
music too, that like I really want to be able to get to a position where I can actually do this and not worry about money. Which, I think will happen, but it's hard, man. Life is hard. But yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm glad we can do this. I'm glad to have you guys back, all of us together.
Yes, sir.
yeah, for sure.
Joey, what you been up to? I heard you been working hard.
What's
Yeah,
been going
bro.
on with you? You've been on a
Fuck, I've been on a
bloody
tear lately.
grand opening.
Yeah, so my mates Christian Cordova and Clayton Caraca, shout out to Tesco Training. They just opened up their new gym in Cranebrook, just along Andrews Road, like near Peachtree and in between there and Kingswood kind of thing. But yeah, they opened up their new gym, and there was talks on me doing their electrical work for a while, but because they were struggling to get the keys from the landlord,
Really?
it pushed it back. And then I was like, all right, let me know when and I'll come do it. But they didn't get the keys until a week before their opening. And they're like, hey man, they gave me a big list of electrical work. And mind you, it's just me.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh yeah, we got this list, blah, blah, blah. They named all the list. And because if you're not involved in the trade, it's hard to know how long these things take. So they were just giving me a list, and I'm like, shit, like I got to get this done. So I had 1 week or just less than a week, and that's when I was like,
Wow.
I realized I had to bail on the pod because So the Thursday night, I think the Thursday you guys recorded, the Thursday night was my first day there, and I worked my normal job from 6 till 2 in Glenmore Park, and then I went to the gym, their gym at 3, worked from 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. on the Thursday night, and then went to work my normal job the next morning, and then I worked till 2 that day on Friday, and then I went to the gym on the Friday arvo at 3. Didn't finish till 2 a.m. Saturday morning. I was there till 2 a.m., bro. And then we did a few other days leading up during the week, but got it done for him in the end. I still got a bit of like bits and pieces to do there, but basically I got it up and running for them, so it looks good. The speakers are all up for the music, because they pump music when they train.
Yeah, of course.
The TVs and shit I got up and whatever. But yeah, all this shit I got done, but it was hard juggling that plus my full-time job, because I had to get it done for them. Done them a real good price as well, so helped them out there, hoping they can give me a bit of a discount on the weekly membership when I sign up.
Tell them to slip some TJM in the playlist.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I've been trying to do, bro. If you got a gym or you're a business owner and you listen, you're a fan of ours, slip our music in there. If you own a cafe, you run a cafe, or if you're in a job where you control the music, put some TJM in there. You know?
Helps everyone. You're supporting like the local businesses or any person,
and it's good music.
Anything.
It's good music. We got, if you're in a cafe, we got instrumentals. FriendlyFire has heaps of lo-fi, nice instrumentals you can play in the background while you shop. You know, so play our music. Yeah. How are you anyway, FriendlyFire? What's going on? How's work? How's life?
Yes. Very good as always. Business is fucking good. I'm working on trying to get this motherfucker on point. Like brain workout. I want it to be. Okay, it's impossible to be at 100% all the time as a human. That's impossible. But I want this motherfucker to be running at almost 100% majority of the time, and then also train myself to, when I'm not at 100%, to be okay with it. It's good. It's okay. Yeah. Because if you don't have a business, you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. But when especially because I'm so new to this business world, it's been like, I'm not going to bullshit. It's fucking like, it's mentally hard. It's not, the business isn't hard. It's been mentally like, damn, man, like, holy, like one little thing goes wrong in your business and it's human nature to panic. Yeah. You panic. I don't know. Have you gone through shit like that?
I said, I could feel like I was saying on the podcast before earlier, I would always compare myself to people that have been in the game for years. So
exactly right.
You know, what you always say, when you compare, it's a thief of joy kind of thing.
Yeah, comparison is a thief of joy.
Yes. So you're probably doing that and you overthink. But you just got to do the step-by-steps. And when you get those step-by-step, day-to-day done, but it's easier said than done. I sit here telling you this, but that would be my biggest downfall as a business owner, was just always overthinking. You just got to do it. You know, do the steps.
So I'm trying to do more, because so far I've been doing like a lot of reading and stuff. I've got a couple of like books on order for that involved with what I'm doing and stuff. And like, I've obviously looked up on YouTube like summaries of these books already, because I'm just so keen to, like, I can't wait to read these fucking books. Because apparently these books are like the Bible of like trading and shit. So I'm so keen, but like on the summaries, it's all the same thing. That's the thing with this shit, right? It's so contradicting. It's not even funny. Like, because at the start, it's trade, take 20 trades a day, trade. And then when you finally start making money, it's like, you're trading too much. Stop. You're over trading. You're supposed to be taking one trade a day. If you're that's how you stay profitable, by being consistent, yada, yada, yada. You control your risk. And it's like, what the hell? For the past year and a half, I've been taking 10 trades a fucking day, making money. Now it's like, okay, shit. Because like as I said 100 fucking times, everything scales up. So as you go making more money, your losses are bigger as well. You don't just stay risking $50 to make 50,000. Nah. When you want to make the big boy juice, you've got to risk the big boy money. But all these books say the same thing. Now, when you get to this point, don't worry about the trading anymore. It's this. You need to be fucking working out. You need to be active. You need to be eating good. You need to be sleeping good. You need to be reading. You shouldn't be on TikTok, on Instagram. You shouldn't be on any of that shit. And that's going to be probably the hardest one. So I've already started going through all my socials. I'm deleting people I don't talk to, deleting phony traders and phony business owners, people who don't show proper results and spread positivity. They're gone, deleted. My YouTube, I've gone through, I've unsubscribed to like already over 1,000 channels. I've still got like 500 to go. I just want to keep like no more than 20 of like my mentors, obviously the homies, like Aussie Slang, DZ's channel, shit like that. But just basically anything that's not helping me now grow to that next level, you're gone.
Yeah.
you're gone, because I'm trying to keep this motherfucker like it's like going to the gym for your brain. That's what I'm basically trying to do.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything is fucking good, man. Like I'm playing a lot of golf, man. Like I'm working out hard. Like it's good. Life is good.
Yeah, I'm keen to. I really want to do a couple golf videos. We're gonna get some field mics, do some more vlogs type of stuff. I love golf, man. Speaking of golf, shout out Pierce. Pierce sent me a message. He always listens every week.
Shout out you,
he
bro.
Said, he goes, he texted me last night. He goes, "Where's the FireCast?" I'm like, "Bro, oh, we missed an episode, bro." He's like, "Oh, fuck, I'm spewing, bro. my FireCast." And I'm like, "Yeah, we'll be back next week."
This funny cunt sends me a voice message and goes, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know that I've listened to FireCast now for a consecutive 7 days." He goes, consecutively, that's how much hours I've got. That's a week not leaving my bedroom listening to you cunts talk about random shit. And I started cracking up. I'm like, bro, if you heard it on FireCast, you know it's fucking legit. He goes, oh, I love it, man. And then, we're trying to plan like a golf day and shit. So shout out you, man. He's
a good dude, man.
I had my mate's 30th the other day, and we had a golf day. I took the Friday off RDO, like a day off, and we went 9:30. We started. We did 18 holes, which, by the way, I like golf. We played scramble, which is like where you go off the best shot instead of going yourself.
Off everyone's best.
Oh, no. Like we're on teams. So there was 6 of us. We had 3 and 3.
Yep.
So we go off. So I was with my mates, Jack and Sean. We'd go off our best shot.
It's like Ambrose. Ambrose.
So it kind of helps you. It helps your confidence, because when you're not, you have to play golf
You can
a
get
lot.
carried.
Because you have to play golf a lot to get good, and even good, it's not even good.
It's like just
golf
decent,
is, I reckon, the hardest sport to get good at.
Oh,
I
it is.
reckon
It is, man.
Because like you have a bad day, you start to get the shits. It's all about your attitude as well. If you start having a bad day and you just go fuck this, like you will have the shittest day.
Right.
But a few times we used my shot, and that was enough for me. You know what I mean?
it's a good confidence
And the 18 holes, I think we used my shot about 5 times.
Yeah.
So that for me was enough. But after the 15th hole, I start dragging my feet. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It starts to get rough. And we were in the buggies and everything. So it's not like I was tired, but 15 holes of just trying to, do your best. And then after a while, you're like, all right, I'm just going to slog this thing.
And
you
it's
know what I
hot
mean?
and shit. And
Yeah. But I do like it. It's a good way to like get out and about, and like you don't have to do the cart. You can just walk, but I always do.
Cart's fun.
But some people do. They don't want to spend the money on the cart, and they go, you know what? I don't. If they have a very sedentary job, like an office job, they don't really move much. They might be like, you know what? I'll opt to walk just because it's exercise.
Pierce is the best golf player I know. He's crap. If you play with
good?
Pierce, he's
Do you know? Has he ever told you what his score is? Pierce, if you are listening, or you would be, tell us what your score is after 18. Like how many over par? Because like
he plays almost weekly. I'm pretty sure. Like,
Oh, damn.
When I used to play golf, it was always with him, because he'd always like say, "Let's go."
Yeah,
golf."
well,
he's fucking good, bro. He's really good.
Lately, me and my homeboy Cody, because he also fucking runs his own business, so he will like, when you're like, that's the thing. Like,
You're the boss.
when you're the boss and you want to duck out at midday, man, that's what we're doing. Like, that's what I love. That's why I love this point in life that we're in. It's kind of like,
What does he do?
so he owns a roofing business.
Oh, roofing.
So he'll just message me or ring me. So the other day I was at work with my fucking homie Jimmy, bro. Shout out Jimmy. And Jimmy's James, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just before any confusion. Yeah. So me and Jimmy were working, and bro, I just see my phone start ringing. So Jimmy's like, "Hey man, do you want to fucking go range today? I reckon we'll be done by midday." I'm like, "Yeah, sweet as."
Cody or Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Okay.
And then at like 10 a.m., I just see my phone ring. It's Cody. I'm like, this cunt wants to play golf. I'm like, "Hello." He's like, "Hey man." He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, not much." He goes, "Oh, you're going to be done soon?" I'm like, "Yeah, I reckon by midday." He goes, "Yeah, I'm thinking about just fucking leaving the boys here. I want to go play some golf." I'm like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it, bro. Let's go." Like, it's a good point in life that we're at. But with golf though, I played that bad that day. I almost snapped my clubs in half, bro.
yeah, you would too.
I saw my second wild snake. It was a red belly. Mind you, right, one of my homies, Buck, he goes up to take his shot because he fucking whiffed it into these fucking trees. So did I. So we're both looking for our balls in this tree. He's walking up to his ball, and then all you see is this fucking, like a stick just start moving. And we're like, oh, what the fuck? And we're like, oh, fuck, that's like a snake right there, bro. We're like, oh, shit. And then Russell, lizards, ducks, bro. And then I'm like, I'm fucking playing in a zoo, cunt. I'm like, what the fuck is this golf course, bro? It's fucking crazy. But yeah, you got to go.
What golf course did you go?
That was Dunhead.
Dunhead. That's a nice, easy. They don't really have like. When I say easy, it's not easy, but there's not many like par 4s, par 5s. It's just like par 3, 4, but
It's-
I don't think there's many long holes.
No. I think you're getting confused with another course. Dunheaved, it's only fun if you can drive good. Bro, Dunheaved, it's got like 500 meter fucking
okay.
drives to the holes and shit. And most of them are like that. 400, 500,
Yeah, okay.
600.
Maybe I'm getting confused.
Yeah, I think you might be
I've been
thinking of a
to a
different-
few, but my favorite personally is
Glenmore.
I haven't been to Glenmore.
I love that one.
I've been to
bro.
Moore Park in the city, and Moore Park in the city
that's
is
the
pretty
best
good.
one I heard.
But that was like, obviously it's a mission.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to the one in Lura for my mate's 30th recently. That's in the mountains, and you can see like over the mountains, and you're like,
Yeah, was that mad?
in the Blue Mountains, hectic.
Yeah.
Such good views. Yeah, it was
Bro,
good.
golf is sick. I wish I played more. I really wish I could play more. And that's why I'm keen. If we can start filming it, right, then I'm hitting two birds at once. It's like an excuse to go, because it's hard for me to find the time with all this shit we do, extra shit,
Yeah.
to then go find more time to go play golf. Whereas if the golf and the recording was one thing,
That's your excuse.
Exactly. That's how I can get the golf
Yeah.
in. You know what I mean? But yeah, golf is so fun, man. If you don't like golf, you probably just haven't played it enough or properly. He didn't like golf at
Or
first
maybe
either.
you're not old enough, because
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like
Yeah, it's an
I
age,
feel
it's like
you're
beer.
not. You
Acquired.
don't
It's
see a
acquired
group of
taste.
18-year-olds.
Playing
I mean,
golf.
the only time you see a group of 18-year-olds playing golf is if it's for a piss up, and they're not there to really play golf.
They just
They're
there to
there
drink, yeah.
because I've done that as well. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, I went for my mates, the same guy that's opened the gym, Christian. His 21st, I think it was, ages ago. We went to golf and we got that fucked up. We had our own eskies, right? And we brought our own beers, and you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
We got that fucked up. We brought our own beers, eskies and shit. That one of my mates was driving the buggy over this hill, what he thought was like a drivable hill to go over, but it was a very steep hill. So all I see is my mate go like this, and he goes, we just lose sight of him, and all we hear is boom, and he's crashed into a tree, right? But the front left tire has bent the axle in, so one of the wheels, the front wheels, were like this. So then to drive it straight for the rest of the hole, you had to do this to drive it straight, because one wheel was straight and the other was bent. So you're driving straight with that thing, and you're like, so he brought it back to the place at the end, and then he had to pay like, I don't know, $300, $400 or something
Yeah,
to
it's
fix
for the
it.
repairs. Yeah, wow. Fucking
But like, it was so messed up. It was so messy, bro.
yeah.
It was so funny.
Well, the first time I played, I shouldn't have been on the course. I got that fucking buckled, bro. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, I was hitting balls somehow like backwards and shit. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I was that blind. And then afterwards, after that session, I was with my brother-in-law. It was very random too. He was like, hey man, I'm pretty sure that was the morning of. I was just sitting here like editing and shit. It's like, hey man, do you want to fucking play golf? One of our mates pulled out. We got a spot. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck it, whatever. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll come. I had no golf clubs, no golf attire, nothing. I rocked up. I'm surprised they let me. This was at Glenmore. That's why I love Glenmore. I didn't have a collared shirt. I didn't have nothing. And they still let me play. I was like, oh, okay, fuck. I'm like, mad. Okay. Bro, we got that fucking blind, bro. We were just hitting balls left, right in the water, bro. I lost like fucking... I had to go back to the clubhouse like 3 times to get balls because I was just losing them and shit. And then
Fucking hell.
after that, I was like... If I took this a little bit more serious, I reckon it'd be kind of fun. Like, and then that's when I started going to the range and playing more often with Cody and shit like that. So I'm going this fucking Saturday, actually.
Well, the good shots, every now and then when you do a good shot, that feeling
Makes it worth it.
It makes
Yeah.
you keep coming back.
Yes.
And although the bad days like you had, they're horrible. And you're like, why can't I just be good at this thing? But you got to understand, this thing is like, it's so hard to like, here's the golf club, there's the ball. If you turn the head of the golf
Even
club
like a
with
mill.
your swing, a mill, you're going to hook it.
Yeah.
And if you slice it this way, like, but it's going to dog leg it the other way. So sometimes the hole will be there. I'll have to face there just to hook it onto the fairway. So, and then I think the best way to learn how to get, I don't know, a little bit better at golf is to get someone to record your swing, because in your head, you look like Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
swinging
yeah.
it. But when someone sees you, like I've had mates record me just like for the snap or whatever, and I look like the biggest Gumby. And don't get me wrong, I might hit it well, but my form isn't like how you usually see a pro
you
golfer.
imagine it,
So I'm like, damn. So I feel like if you can critique it some way, but it's easier said than done. It's hard to change your motor mechanics to like something different.
And
you know?
well, the good thing about golf too is that 2 other very popular things to do improve. Like you got driving ranges and mini golf. Mini golf,
putting,
great for
Short
improving
game.
your putting, you know, and it's fun. And then you got driving range. That's how you practice your drive, and it's fun. You know, you pay a couple bucks, you can work on your drive, and then same day you go to the mini golf and work on your fucking.
The only thing with mini golf is there's no little Ferris wheel that you can bounce off to go. Ding,
Yeah,
ding,
of course. Of course. But it's it's just because it's hard. Golf is a hard thing to put time into because it takes so long.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might feel like whacking a ball. You just go driving range or go mini golf.
Yeah.
And
I try to go driving range at least once a week, at least, and even that, like, again, you got to do your own research because you can look up, like, even the guy at the driving range. So the range that we go to, the guy who owns the range in Penrith, he actually used to play in the PGA and shit. So he's a full ex-pro. And I was talking to him, and he was like, look, bro, he's like, honestly, not even coming to the range is going to improve your drive or your swing. The only thing that's going to improve your swing is literally standing in the backyard with your clubs and working on the form. He goes, because it's all about form. He goes, that's why when you come to the range, I'll do like 7 or 8 shots consistently straight. And I'm like, bro, yes, I've got this. And then the next 40 are just, and it's like, why can't I keep it the same? He's like, bro, because it takes one little change of your form and your swing's gone. You fuck it up. That's what he said anyway. I was like, yeah, wow. So yeah, after this, I'll be in the backyard fucking
pissing the neighbour off. The back fence all you hear is ding, ding, ding.
So, where do we want to go? First of all, actually, you were saying off air, you're feeling unmotivated with the gym.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Because I feel like
you were smashing it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I feel like I was, but then I don't know what it is. I feel like the way I've been training, like that bodybuilding style, like the isolation training, like back and buys one day, arms and this, you know what I mean?
Bored of it?
I've been doing it for like 10 years, you know,
Yeah,
literally.
cool. Yeah.
And then so I'm like, you know, with my mate's gym opening up now, like he does a more functional style. I wouldn't say, I think it is kind of CrossFit-y, but more like cardio, circuit, high intensity training and like still weights, but more for like functional movements. And I feel like that aligns with more that I want to do. Like I went for that half marathon, not because I was obviously I'm interested in that kind of thing. I wouldn't have went on that half marathon if I wasn't keen on it. And just the whole cardio aspect of things and the sustainable way of training. Like, I want to be doing this till I'm older. And I feel like the way I train at the gym, it's not really increasing my health. It's increasing my body's health in terms of resistance training, helps you get stronger when you're older. But in terms of my heart and my cardio, I'm just very hyper aware about that shit lately. It was I'm only still young, but I think it's because personally my dad's been, like I said, I mentioned before, he was going through heart stuff, and my uncles in his family have gone through heart stuff, and I'm like, I want to be old. When I'm old, I want to be like one of those, you know, those guys that move like they're 50 still when they're 70.
Our granddad's one of them.
Yeah, bro. I love seeing old people, and they're just like, they're not like, hey, when I was back in my day.
Yeah,
like,
they can move.
They can move. And like I want to be active till I want to go to the wheels fall off, but in a healthy way. I don't want to just be like benching like, raw, and then I'm like, you know, oh, you're blowing your back out because you're squatting too heavy because you're trying to lift like Ronnie Coleman did back in the day. Well, I just want to be more functional, you know what I mean? And right now going into the gym, like I'm supposed to train after this, I just like want to vomit going to the gym now. So I'm just like, I go to the gym and go, especially I've been to go on Revolutions for so long now. Like shout out to Revolutions. They're a good gym, but you see the same heads every day. I've been there that long. I've seen new generations come in and out of people. I'm still there.
You're still there.
I'm still there on that same bench going, fuck, like what so I feel like anything, like taking up golf, like, you know, starting your own business, doing this, doing that. So anything new, I think, that you inject in your life is just a breath of fresh air.
It's exciting.
For me, I feel like that, for me, training is a big thing, part of my life. And if I'm feeling a bit like a lull on my training side of things, it rubs off in everything, bro. Like it affects my mental health, which sounds fucked, but it does.
Health is wealth.
Yeah. So I feel like if I won't sign up to Tesco training until I get my license back, which is only in a month, by the way, guys.
Merry
One more month.
Yeah.
Wait. So after Christmas, I get my license back, and then I'll sign up, because there's no point me signing up to this guy's gym, my mate's gym, unless I can get there comfortably. And it's not a cheap membership, but it's like it's like you need to get your money's worth.
Yeah,
because so I'll sign up there. But the thing is, right, is a month till Christmas or just over, right? Or maybe 6 weeks, is there? 6, 7, whatever. But what do I do in the meantime up until then? Do I just
Go for jogs.
go for runs and, I don't know.
Calisthenics.
But I don't know, because I feel like there's no point going into the gym when you're just like doing half-ass sessions. There's nothing worse when you go to the gym and you're like, you go, right? You go, you get it done. But you know you really didn't give it much. And you're like, and like you're yawning and you're like in between sets and you're like,
you're resting for 15 minutes.
Am I really working? Like, am I really getting after it, as they say? Or do you just post a fucking Instagram selfie and go, hey, just got after it today? I don't know. I feel like I'm a bit of a lull with that, but that'll pass. But I just need to, that's a big staple in my life, working out. So if I feel like I'm not motivated, which motivation, they say motivation's never always there. It's the discipline. Well, fuck that. I'm over being disciplined to like the weights, the normal weights. You know
it's supposed to be fun too, and you're supposed to enjoy it. Have you seen those memes where it's like, you go to the gym every day at 6 p.m. and then you go to the gym at 10 a.m. one day and you see the same guy that you see all the time at 6 p.m. The same cunts are always in the gym.
Yeah.
That's so true. That is literally so true, bro. I go to the gym at different times, always, every day, depending on my day. I go to the gym at different times. I see the same cunts in there every time.
I remember there was a time, right, where I would go out, and if I was out with the boys or whatever, I'd bring meals with me because I had to get my meals in. Do you know how lame that is?
Fuck that.
Like when I see someone do that now, I just want to roast.
You got a little lunch bag.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there
on the golf course.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a microwave? And I have my like beef and rice and veggies. But I'm like, when I see people like that now, I just want to roast them. I never would, but I'm just like, there's more to life. Like, it's not sustainable being so like. I get you're gonna be strict and committed, but like, if you miss a meal, you're not gonna fade away.
Yeah,
you can. But back in the day, I used to think you had to eat every 2-3 hours. You had to weigh your food all the time. You had to do all this to. And there was a myth where you had to have a protein shake. There was a half an hour anabolic window after your training session where you had to get a protein shake in. And I'm like, how does your body know? Your body's not like, hey, bro, you trained 27 minutes ago. You got 3 minutes, bro. Come on. But I would do, because, back in the day, there was less social media. So you just went off your standard. Back then, I think the fad was like bodybuilding. Now I feel like bodybuilding's still in, but I feel like it's honestly transgressing into the more fitness side of things.
Yeah.
Looking healthy, feeling healthy, sustaining your body. Because a lot of these bodybuilders that, not saying that if you work out at the gym, you're going to be a bodybuilder, but the people that take on that bodybuilding lifestyle, and even to the point where they're jabbing gear a lot as well, getting juicy, I feel like that's like not as sustainable, and like
it's not really.
I feel like a lot of them don't make it past like the age 55 anyway.
When do you ever see it jacked? Or actually, Arnold Schwarzenegger still.
Your body's not made to sustain that much weight. Like it's an abnormal amount of weight that your body is carrying, and your organs have to carry that every day. So that's why they tend to have a lot of heart problems and shit when they get older. Eating's my downfall.
You've always said that, eh?
I wish I could eat, man. I wish I could eat.
But can you eat are you more of a grazer, or when you eat, you fucking eat?
No, I'm a grazer, man.
So
I don't eat big portions. I don't eat much. I don't eat often. I don't feel like eating. Today I've eaten good. Today I woke up this morning, I had toast and shit, and then I went to the gym, worked out. Working out makes me hungry. So as soon as I get back from the gym, then I had bacon and eggs and shit. So I've started off well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't do it every day.
But you probably won't eat till dinner right now.
Well, usually what's crazy about eating too is the more you eat, the hungrier you get in the day, which is bizarre. So like now I'm hungry. I feel hungry. I can eat. So after this, I'll probably eat something and I'll have a good day. But it's hard for me to maintain that because I wake up in most mornings, I don't feel like eating. And if you don't eat properly in the morning, you don't trigger your hunger cues. And then you don't feel like eating for the rest of the day, and it's harder to eat. And then you feel fuller and you don't feel like eating. So it's like, I don't know, you really got to start that morning with breakfast. You have to force yourself to eat breakfast.
You probably would suit well at like a fasting diet where you eat within a window, but you can have whatever you want. But when I say whatever you want, like eat big within that window. But then again, how annoying having to follow that window. Like, what if you're out with the missus and she's like, how much can you follow that? You know what I mean?
I'm more of a eat whatever I want, whenever I want, because I need the calories. Like you would know too. We have the same body style, you know. It's and I know you're the same too. It's hard for you to eat. Like you're not a big eater.
Breakfast is my downfall, man.
Yeah, breakfast is tough, but you got to really get through it, man.
The Macca's app just fucking said $6.50 for a small Big Mac meal and a chicken and cheese. And I tell you what, I hate that I have my body type, because I looked at that and I felt my hips get a bit get a bit wider.
Belt loosened,
yeah.
Right, I love a chicken and cheese too. How's your gym going anyway, man?
Yeah,
You
good.
still going?
Yeah, good. Loving it. But yeah, it's just for me. It's just the eating. I wake up starving. I have one bite of breakfast and I feel full.
Really?
Yep. It's bad.
It's the appetite for us.
It's,
man.
it's bad.
We got
yeah, it's
small
bad.
stomachs, bro.
Yeah, it's very bad. But what's trippy is I wake up starving.
No, I don't.
I wake up starving. So I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is the day I'm gonna fucking smash like half a carton of eggs, fucking half a pack of bacon. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll make like eggs toast, have one bite of the toast, have like one egg, and then I'm like, bro, I can't finish my toast half the time.
Really?
Yeah. So what I have to do is,
Blend it.
I'll make a protein shake. I can smash that, and then that makes me feel a bit okay. But still, I don't like going to the gym full on liquid.
Yeah.
But I still do it because it's what my body's fucking telling me. So I'm still trying. But then when I come back from the gym, I'm fucking starving. And then that's when I can smash fucking like 6 eggs, fucking bacon, fucking a toast, a fucking porridge or whatever.
Yeah.
I can smash it. But then again, problem, I then won't eat again until dinner.
Yeah.
I should be squeezing one more meal in the middle, even if it's like little.
Yeah.
And then I should have had breakfast. But it's fucking hard.
I'm
man.
not that bad with. I can usually finish my meals like if I force myself to eat. Even
It's only breakfast I can't finish. I don't know why.
that's weird. Like
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
weird, dude.
Breakfast is tough, man.
It's weird as
tough.
shit.
Can I run you through what I had yesterday? This is a glimpse. So in the morning, I have 80 grams of Nutri-Grain, and then I have chocolate protein water that I put in there for the milk, and I had blueberries in that, and then I had a chocolate. Do you know those protein yogurt? I know Chloe gets them. Do you know those chocolate puddings, but they're protein, the YoPro flavor?
Yeah,
They're
Had,
delicious.
had one of those with a handful of strawberries as a snack, and then at lunch I had rice, veggies, beef mince, and then as an arvo snack I had another yogurt and a can of tuna, and then I had my tuna and rice meal for dinner, and that was it. But
See,
that's,
those snacks are good though. Like
that's what I mean.
yeah,
When
need
you
to fit
guys
those snacks in.
aren't feeling to eat, you should get little snacks. 'cause
Little
at least
snack,
you
like
have
nuts
something.
and shit. Yeah.
I'm a good snacker, bro.
Yeah.
My snack drawer is always it's peanuts or like
Kentucky
very,
Fried Chicken.
very calorie heavy. Like in the drawer, I got fucking asado in the drawer.
I could fucking my god, bucket of chicken.
Right now,
Do you know what's my toxic trait lately? I'm watching TikToks, and the thing is with TikTok, when you watch the whole video from start to finish, it feeds that in your algorithm.
Yes.
So my algorithm is comedians and
KFC.
people eating.
Yeah.
But they're trialing food, and they'll have the ASMR. So they'll be like, hey, I went to, and it's always Americans because Americans go hard with food, like hard, like they're such fat cunts. But they're just like, hey, I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, whatever, and he goes, and then it's this black guy. And he goes, and he's so funny. He always eats his shit. He's like, and then and he knows you're bushing. He goes, okay, here, her, like as in like have some. He's like, I know you watching her. And he always offers you the food. He's like, have some. And then, but I'm watching the whole thing because I'm like, I live through them because I'm like, if I eat that shit all the time, I'll blow up. So I'm like, that looks so good. Or I get dinner ideas. So I'm like, I'm gonna get that. So I'll write in my phone.
The thing for America too is like just the perspective in Australia. What do we got? We got Hungry Jack's, KFC,
Red
Macca's,
Rooster.
Red Rooster.
a Porto Subway.
They got so much.
But they have fucking 3 times that at least.
Wendy's,
White Castle,
fucking,
Wendy's, fucking,
and they're all ass.
Jack in the Box, fucking,
Well,
Chick-fil-A.
I do one day want to go to America. But I know it's not. I know you said you've been in, and it was like, but I want to be very choosy with where I go. Is what I want to say. Like some people go to places where they think it's going to be all that, and it's like it's just another suburb,
Bro, yeah.
But I want to go to certain places. But I do really want to go. One of the places I want to go is Texas, like Austin, Texas, or anywhere in Texas, because their barbecue in Texas is apparently
it's good.
fucking.
That was
cracker.
actually good. I went to Texas.
Did you?
Yep.
So-
and we went to a barbecue house.
Yeah,
Bro,
don't they serve you like their serving sizes?
Bro,
are
you
incredible.
can get like briskets and like ribs, and don't get me wrong. Again, meat quality not as good as here, so don't go expecting that your fucking cock's gonna fall off. But it is still like it was good. Like it was good. But it's just I don't know what it is about overseas. The meat quality, it's so bad, and I don't understand why.
Was that across the board with takeout food? Like, did you go to
No.
anywhere with takeout food where you were like, this is actually pretty amazing? Like, did you not go anywhere where you were like, I haven't had this, but it's actually cracker? Or no?
No, man. No, to be honest, not that I can remember. Like, even when I was in America, bro, we went to White Castle. I was so excited because everyone's seen Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
They made
Were they
that.
there?
No. They made that shit look like it was the god of takeaway. So I'm fucking me. My buddy's like, bro, White Castle, man, I'm going to get everything. I'm going to get one of everything, bro. I'm so fucking excited. We get there, bro. And it's all sliders. They're not burgers. They're sliders. The burgers are they're this big. And I was like, I'm like, okay. In the movie, they made it look like they were burgers, but whatever. Okay, I'll order this, and this. I got like fucking 8 or 9 sliders of this random ass shit, and it was like a sloppy, shitty McDonald's cheeseburger. You know when you get a burger from Macca's and it's made bad, and you go, "What is this?" Yeah. That's what we were staring at. I was like, and I looked at my buddy, and he's like, "Wow!" I took 2 bites. Threw it in the trash. Went to Macca's. Yeah. Very disappointed, man. Very disappointed.
The thing I remember about America, I was only young. You went later again when you were older. I only went with our family when I was like 12. But I do remember the breakfast being quite good. And we went to Disney
But that was
World.
Disney World.
That's
though.
Disney World.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like the waffles were good. Like here you get a waffle. The waffles the waffles are different. Like we don't even have waffles here. Like no one eats waffles in Australia. Yeah. But over there they love waffles, man. There was all waffles everywhere.
Like waffles and
they had
chicken and
bacon
shit.
waffle with maple syrup. But it was Disney World, so it's probably different. But
Yeah.
I did have some points on Instagram polls for the return.
You go through the poll. Let me have a look at our Discord, see if we've got some questions.
We're vibing here. We're having a good time. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. Thank you for checking out the music. Let's see here. Leave us something. Just a general question. We've got a few responses. Zexus said something that's actually could be an interesting topic, so I'll do that one last. Tyson says, dream collab. For me, lately, I really want to work with Wombat. I've spoken to him. He likes all my posts. He follows me.
I've been waiting for that for ages, bro.
Yeah, we've spoken before, and we did have something we were talking back and forth.
We've
but
sent him shit before.
I think it'll happen. I don't doubt it'll happen. Like he sees our shit. He likes my post. So I'm sure it'll happen. But I'd love to work with Wombat. So realistic dream collab probably be Wombat for me. Dream collab though, like anybody. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tech 9 maybe. Logic. I like Logic. I think Logic.
Logic could be fucking sick.
Something like that. I don't know. Dream collab. I don't know. What about you?
Probably someone like Killin' Void, something really dubsteppy, which I did meet him at Rampage. So that again, no doubt that we will make something together. But again, that would probably be something like that. Someone dubsteppy. I don't like hip hop. I love making hip hop and shit, but I don't need. There's no one collabs.
Okay, hip hop collab for you is you make the beat, so it's it's not as special. There's more effort behind the dubstep.
Yeah, but with dubstep, bro, like I reckon we could make some fucking weird shit, man. Like some fucking robots, like fucking having sex with fucking echidnas and shit.
I knew you were gonna go when you said robots. I was like, he's gonna having sex.
Someone's having sex. And the rest are from Jezza besides Zexes, which I'll go through last because I'm sure we'll go on a tangent with that. But Jezza says, shout out to you, bro, always bringing something bizarre. Jezza says, have you tasted your own cum? I can say with 100% confidence that I have not. And I don't plan to.
Well, these two have tasted my cum because...
it was in the beer tower.
Then Jezza also says...
Can I?
Yeah. I didn't think you were gonna. Have
this is probably the most interesting topic to date. No, I'm joking. No, but I haven't tasted my own cum. But have you ever smelt?
But I'd like to.
Have you ever smelt it though?
No.
So one time, this is a bit of a TMI, but one time I was like to Tori, I'm like, it's kind of like really heroic that women put that shit in their mouth, kind of thing. Essentially, that's what I was trying to say. I'm like, I wouldn't really like that. It's not really.
Yeah.
And she's like, well. And this is obviously after sex. She's like, well, smell this, right? And she obviously just had it. She had it in her mouth recently. Just spat it out. So she put it spat it in. She's like, well, smell this. Like this is what it smells. This is a little taste. And she goes, and it smelt like metallic rust. I'm like, it literally it smelled like a dirty coin. And I'm like, bro, I got my diet down pat.
Yeah.
I'm fucking eating. I'm like, do I have to add pineapple to my diet or
apparently
what?
pineapple.
But if that smell of it is any indication of what it tastes like, man, take a round of applause for all you females
I mean,
that take it in the mouth,
they
because
deserve-
literally they deserve a round of. Because imagine if you're going down on a woman, right? Imagine you're going down, and you know how like their back arches and they're about to be like, they're about to reach climax, and you're like, and then they come, right? Imagine if they went with imagine if it was cum. Bro, imagine if it was cum. That is so fucked up. Like, you know what I mean?
like those spitting lizards or
Yeah,
something.
and then it's like in the videos, in the pornos, you're like, I've always wanted to come. I've always wanted to come on a girl's face, and it's like, imagine when you do that though. It's not like
Feels
it's
like
in the
a
pornos.
like a rusty
You
coin.
probably felt like imagine like in real life coming on a girl's face. It's not the same as watching it in a porno. You know what I mean? Because it's like, what do you do after the cut? You know what I mean? It's like cut. You're like, she's just like,
No one helps her. Right?
It's like, give me a towel.
Everyone's drinking coffee and she's there like still like.
You don't even clean her up. You just exit the room. You're like, like, Jazza. It's like Bird Box, you know that Sandra Bullock Bird Box movie? They're blindfolded.
he
Oh
also
my
says
God.
on a similar note,
Jesus
he says,
Christ.
"What's the best angle to take a dick pic?
There's no good angle.
Yeah.
Sitting on the floor with your legs behind your head, in the mirror."
Wait, I know. You put your dick and balls through your thighs, and then you bend over. It's called
the
the
back,
it's called
yeah.
the Squidward. It's called Squidward because it's like the balls are there in the nose, but there's no good.
You know, you're very educated in this.
or it's the Squidward, or it's called the fruit bowl because it's like
A banana and 2 oranges.
yeah.
The
But there's no like girls. I don't care what you say, right? Girls do not want dick pics
Yeah,
sent
I
to them.
know,
Period.
no.
You could have the most handsome cock, right?
What
But
are they going to
it
do with
don't-
it? Like, oh yeah, I'll
no.
just frame that for later.
Like, men and women are not the same.
No,
man. They're not the same.
Women would like to see it naturally when it's happening and it's organic
And they're in the mood.
And then it'll just, imagine,
which is once a
imagine,
month.
Like, so everyone goes through stressful lives, right? And there's a girl, she's on, probably catching the train. She's have an office job she's not happy with. She's like, I'm just talking to this guy, like, oh yeah. So what are your interests? So he goes, boom, a dick. You're like, bro, that girl's not touching herself on the train, going like, oh my god. Like, how zoomed in is that? Is that to scale? Like, what are we talking about?
The picture's this close to his.
Yeah, it's like zoom out. What are you talking? What are you doing?
Then
Oh my
Jezza also says he's got 2 more. He says, "What do you think of when you're trying to sleep? I pretend I'm in World War One."
Roman Empire.
That's like psychotic shit.
I don't think of any. It is strange though that to go to sleep you have to pretend you're asleep. Like you just lie.
yeah, that's so true.
Like to go to sleep you pretend you're.
That's when I struggle to sleep. When I'm sitting there going, okay, fuck, I'm tired now. I need to sleep. I don't sleep for like another 2 hours. That's why I love reading.
yeah, reading's
You
good.
read.
Reading, yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm literally like on the nod while I'm reading, and I'm like,
That's actually so true.
oh,
I need to
close
do
the
more of
book,
that.
close the book, and then all of a sudden, it's the next morning. So I love
Yeah,
reading.
I'm a good sleeper. I sleep easily usually.
Because don't they say the light of the phone keeps you awake?
This-
But
No good before bed.
When
No
I watch,
good.
I've been watching.
No good.
I've been watching One Piece every night almost, and sometimes like, and when I used to watch YouTube, I remember too. Like it gets me tired. Like if I'm sitting there laying there and I'm watching something for too long, like I
Yeah, but they say that's not a good way to sleep
I
because
know.
your brain, your front cortex or whatever
Gets
the fuck is
related,
called, it's
yeah.
still, the receptors are still going
Well,
nuts.
But I'm an easy sleeper. I don't
Yeah.
even remember my dreams half the time. Like
yeah.
I'll knock out until the next morning. Brr. My missus is like, "You're snoring so much, I couldn't fucking sleep," and I'm just I'm sleeping like a baby. And shit.
He thinks he's Luffy
I
in the
feel
straw
like
hat.
I don't really read that much, but I do. When I went through a stage where I was reading, I did notice that my
Sleeps
the,
are amazing.
the tiredness from where I was staring at my phone on TikToks versus the tiredness where I was
It's a
reading.
different tide.
I feel like my eyes ache a little bit more on the
Yeah.
phone, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I can sleep. But when I'm reading, because I feel like you're just, I don't know, for me, when
You're
I read,
concentrating.
I'm concentrating so much where I'm like, it takes a lot out of you almost. So it's just like, yeah, you do get that proper REM sleep when you do that.
100%, bro.
But I
Like,
sleep like a fucking,
bro,
I
if you...
sleep like a champ.
Yeah,
Bro.
men and women again. Like, see, all 3 of us would probably just fucking.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
all our missus probably listening to us snore and
Yeah.
shit, and
Yeah, of
struggling
course,
to sleep.
of course. But if you actually look, like, do a little bit of research on how bad, like, technology is before you sleep, even liquor, they reckon that with liquor, you're better off drinking at 9 a.m. and stopping by midday rather than having Arvo drinks, because if you have one drink, that literally takes up to 8 hours to leave your body, and if that's in your body when you sleep, you don't get your full REM sleep, which is the healthiest part of sleep. That's why scientists literally said, they go, if you're going to drink, you're better off having a morning session and then stopping by midday, because at least then it's literally out of your blood by bedtime.
That fact is going to lead to a lot of unemployment. And
but seriously, bro, look it up.
I agree.
I've heard. I know what you're talking about.
That's why I always put. Don't get me wrong. I'll go on TikTok and watch trading videos and shit before bed, but I'll always put it down and read for a solid hour before bed.
It's not the last thing you do.
Yeah. It's
and
not
also,
the last thing I do.
with the dreams, I noticed that the more I smoked weed, right? Like when I used to smoke weed like almost every day, I didn't dream for like years, like literally, or at least I didn't remember the dreams. And then when I tape it off, I was having the most vivid dreams. At first, I felt like I was having, when I say withdrawals, I never really got physical withdrawals, but the only sense of withdrawals that I had from reducing my weed consumption was the ability to sleep. And like you said, usually I don't have to force myself and pretend to sleep, but I was like, the first night I had no weed, I was like, what the fuck? And then the next
sleep, man.
and then the next few nights, I was having vivid dreams, bro. Like I was there. Like, you know how some dreams, you know, in the back of your mind, not fully that it's a dream, but you're just like, this is no way that this is happening.
You're just
right
like
now.
watching it like a movie.
Yeah, there's no way Margot Robbie's trying to pick me up right now. Nah, but I'm joking. But like, you know what I mean? That you know that it's a proper. I feel like we always go to Margot Robbie all the time.
Queen.
But like, I feel like when I stopped my dreams, there's something with that, because it's like
I've heard that before
with
too.
weed, it knocks you out when you go to sleep. Where when you go to sleep naturally, you go down that natural progression of sleep. Which then, because I heard you only dream when you're about to wake up as well. Not about to, but I heard you don't dream when you go to sleep.
When you're conked out.
You're dreaming when your brain is kind of
Waking
on the
up.
way up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that probably makes sense.
That's
yeah.
what I heard.
Sounds.
I think that's facts. And if anyone wants to fact check it, fact check it.
If we said it on FireCast, it's fucking facts.
But I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
facts.
sure legit that is actually a fact.
It sounds legit.
Yeah.
And the last one, Jesus says, he says, P.S. My dyslexia read Jim Jeffries, not Jimmy Fallon. He's talking about one of the polls I did, which we'll get to in a second. But Zexa says, I'm sick of Optus going out. Like, what on earth?
That was nuts.
That was bizarre. I think it's a bit of a conspiracy, man. Think about it, right? Like, if this can happen, Optus goes out like that
For 8 or 9 hours?
Imagine when it's all of them. Like they can always, and then they want to make us cashless society.
Yeah.
Imagine we're all cashless society. We all got our digital things, and then it goes out.
But
what's going to happen? They're all going to panic.
Do you want to know what was scary though?
I'm not with Optus, so I didn't really feel it at all. But
No. What was scary was apparently Optus cell phone users couldn't even dial 000. That's how. You know how usually you can SOS call when you've got no reception?
Yeah.
They couldn't even do that. That's how bad it was. And the thing is, it's the longest ever in history. It's happened before with multiple companies, but for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, everyone goes bananas. From almost 8 to 9 hours?
it's ridiculous. Imagine if it's the planes. Like, what if it's a plane system?
That's what I'm
flying the
saying.
planes? We
that-
put so much reliance on this shit. Like,
It's scary, bro, because I'm with Optus because I'm in a granny flat, as you know, so I've got to share the internet with the front house to get any connection out here. They're with Optus, so I've got no choice to go with Optus. So I'm with Vodafone on my phone, but everything in this flat is Optus. So I woke up to literally zero connection, but everything's plugged in. And straight away, I was like, these fucking cunts in the front house have fucking unplugged it or something. And I was like, I was going to knock on the door and ask if they've accidentally unplugged the modem or something. But then my Chloe was like, no, Optus is like gone.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? So then I went onto my phone, which was still working. So I'm like, okay, this is fucking weird. And then I went on the internet and Optus, like national wide, no coverage. Couldn't even dial 000. I'm like, wow. I've never heard of that. You can't even dial emergency.
it's
like,
sus, man. Why would that happen now all of a sudden? And you know what happened? Telstra shares shot up. Telstra went up because of this. And imagine how many customers are going to lose now too, Optus.
Yeah.
Well, someone said that can't they get sued, because imagine companies that rely on that.
Well,
can they get sued, or are they? I wonder if they're covered.
my missus' work is with Optus. They couldn't log into their fucking computer system. They couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
She was manually signing in parents on her hotspot phone
Yeah.
because they couldn't connect.
It's ridiculous.
But
It's scary.
But I feel like that. I heard that from 3 a.m. that morning, it went down.
Yep.
And then it wasn't like I'm with Vodafone, but even still, I must have some connection with Optus, because for the first 2
even
hours.
this was laggy. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't. It took me turning on my phone on and off again, maybe 5 times. And then after 2 hours of doing that, I could then send messages. I could then make calls.
Bro, yeah, I'm so fucking glad you brought that up. So that's another fucking thing that's trippy is Chloe was like, bro, like I had to turn my phone off and on and shit. And I'm sitting in here for the first like hour of the morning where even this was not connecting to anything.
Who are you with?
Vodafone.
Yeah.
Even on my 5G, I wasn't connecting.
Nothing.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I thought it was Optus.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this starts working, but I only had one bar for about 2 hours. Then the bar started slowly coming back. And then I was like, what the fuck is going on? They done it on purpose to fucking remind us that they fucking control us.
Is Vodafone
A sub thing of Optus?
Because a lot of them...
They must use their...
Fuck it.
I don't know.
I'm with Telstra. So I'm a Mason, which is
me
Telstra,
check.
I'm pretty sure.
Does Optus own Vodafone? This will
Optus
answer.
might be the parent company. I don't know.
Or does it have any connection with that? Because I was very confused as to why.
it's not.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, wow.
Vodafone's its
That's
own
weird.
thing.
That is weird. Though.
Weird, man.
Yeah.
Weird.
And the thing is,
I didn't
like,
have any problems at all.
it's crazy that like, so for example, the builder on my site, he always has, as a builder does, gets calls all the time. And he was stressing because he's like, bro, I got deliveries coming in.
Yep.
The guys are in the city. This is in the heart of the city.
Yep.
They won't know where to park. How the fuck am I going to get deliveries? I got people ringing me. I got builders there. So everyone was fucked. And it's like, imagine like, that's how heavily nowadays we rely on shit. It's scary
It's
to see.
bad.
If that was for a few days,
Bro, it's bad.
you could barely do anything. You'd have to kind of have a nationwide, like not
Go back to the
lockdown,
80s.
but go like, okay, no one go to work, but it'd be a good way to get a fucking day off work. That's for sure. Because some people can't do anything. You know what I mean?
Like, and that's crazy because like imagine if it was all of them.
Yeah, imagine.
And it's possible.
And the scary thing is just like we saw with COVID, is that people panic first, ask
100%.
questions later.
Fucking earth.
So I wouldn't be surprised if something happened where they all went out, even if it was for half an hour. I reckon there'd be some motherfuckers who'd go to the shops and start stealing cans of beans and shit, thinking it's like the end of the world. I wouldn't be
100%.
surprised.
100%.
Just like we did with toilet paper over a fucking flu. You know what I mean? So it's very fucking... And mind you, I do 90% of work from home, so that sucked ass. You know what I mean? That sucked ass. So I was like, huh. I was like, what the fuck? So I just went to the gym and took my time at the gym and shit. I had a longer session than usual because for the gym, for me, I'm there for a fucking quick time, not a good time. You know what I mean? Like, I just like to keep my body moving.
Of course. 40 minutes.
Yeah,
in and out.
I'm 45 minutes.
Yeah.
and-
So I was there, I was like, fuck, taking my time. I was in there for like an hour and a half. I'm like, all right, fuck this. Surely it'll be back by now. Come back home. Wasn't back online still. This is like fucking 1 p.m. I was like, damn. I was like, well, I can't take any trades. I can't make any money. I can't. What the fuck am I up to?
You usually trade later in the day though, don't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But sometimes there's opportunities in the morning as well. That's if
Okay.
you get a bit, if you get fortunate enough to get presented that opportunity. But yes, it is mostly late arvos, but it's usually for the past couple of weeks, I've been cracking a trade on futures between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. That's very weird time frame. But around that time, futures has a big bounce, usually between 50 to 40 pips, which is called ticks in futures. Same shit. So I've been catching some pretty decent moves. So I'm sitting there going, fuck, this is like prime time for me to catch a move. I'm like, okay, shit. Because usually if I catch that move, then I'm done for the rest of the arvo. You know what I mean? Which is hectic. But yeah, it was very, very fucking strange. And then Optus come out and said no one's getting a refund or anything, but loyal customers will get a reward later down the track.
They're going to lose so many customers, man.
Weird.
Then onto the polls. I did a couple of these. I said, would you rather always be sticky or always be itchy? It's 14 votes for always be sticky.
Yeah,
and
sticky.
7 votes for always be itchy.
Fuck being itchy, bro.
Fuck being
like
itchy,
a crackhead.
bro.
Fucking-
Yeah, fuck being itchy.
Yeah, definitely
Fuck
definitely
that.
sticky.
Definitely sticky.
Sticky, you'll always look like a sus cunt. Like, where have you been?
Yeah.
But itchy is just so fucking annoying. I remember, did you guys have, surely you had meningococcal at one point?
I had chicken
I had
pox.
chicken pox once.
Wait. Chicken pox, isn't that meningococcal?
I've got no fucking idea.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Chicken pox, I thought they were the same thing. But chicken pox would just being those spots and you were just like so itchy. Bro, I remember just slapping my arms like a junkie. I'm just like trying, because my mum's like, don't scratch it. So I'm just like slapping it. And it was the most, I used to just lay on the carpet and just do this. like on my back. I'd be like, because I wouldn't want to like scratch my back. So I'm like, if I rub the carpet like
I'm not scratching.
yeah.
Like a Jack Russell.
Some of my tattoos, like not the recent ones, but like sometimes the tattoos are so itchy, man, and you're just like, fuck, it's slapping it.
Yeah, like fuck this.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, but itchy sucks, man. You'd definitely rather be sticky. You shake someone's hand, it's like.
It smells like a rusty coin. Like,
Then I said, what is scarier, bottom of the ocean or space? That's 15 votes
Bro.
for bottom of the ocean,
Yep.
7 votes for space.
the ocean,
Bottom of
man.
the ocean.
More people are scared of the bottom of the ocean, which is weird because we're closer to it. But
Yep.
my missus made a good point about this. The bottom of the ocean feels more claustrophobic.
Yes.
Like it's dark and like it makes sense because you are literally always being touched by water. Like there's pressure all around
Yes.
you always. Like you're in a
in
like,
space, it's like weightless. It's
But
like
yeah, space is like a big expanse.
Weightless, but it's almost like the same equivalent of pressure. Isn't that weird? You're in
Yeah.
space and you can't survive in space. You're gonna implode, like, and then when you go too deep in the water,
You implode as well.
You implode as well.
They're
How
so
weird.
similar.
Yeah,
eh?
that's
It's
weird,
so
eh?
similar.
It's like space is like the ocean, but back to
It's a
front.
good analogy for life because everything is on a spectrum. There's opposite ends, and everything's really the same thing.
Yeah.
At the fucking
And there's
molecular level.
never any normal cunts at the extreme ends of the spectrum. Like there's never
Yeah,
someone
no.
normal surviving in space going, "Hello, Earthlings," and then at the bottom of the ocean there's that fish with the fucking light at the end of the,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Nemo
Anglerfish,
fish,
yeah, the anglerfish.
and like on the depths of fucking hell, bro. Like imagine going that far on like, do you know what was that? Was it the inflatable that went?
Oh, the submersible.
oh, the fuck
Submersible,
ocean
bro?
gate. Yeah, yeah.
Imagine if that was proper, right? Imagine being in that thing and you're like seeing all these things and it goes darker and darker and
Oh,
darker.
bro, fuck
and then you
that.
see this big squid or whatever. You're seeing things that you never see on land or even in because there's obviously depths of the ocean where it's like great whites here, fishes here, whatever.
Yeah.
But then underneath there would be even bigger, bigger fish.
mermaids and fucking mystical
Banshees and-
well, James Cameron. Actually, a couple of years ago, maybe like 2019, I don't know if that's still the case, but James Cameron had the world record for the deepest dive ever because he went in the Marianas Trench in a thing. James Cameron, the director of Avatar.
How
and
deep was the dive?
I don't know the number, but it was,
me look
he
it
had the world. I don't know if he still does, but
Yeah, look.
that was the deepest dive in the Marianas Trench, which is crazy because that's still not.
Is that just like
That's still
is
not.
that like a-
We've
is
never
that-
been to the very
Is
bottom.
that like it's obviously a long depth, like a long trench, like the ocean floor must come in like this, and then a big dip like this.
Pretty much. There's awesome videos. Like I love these. You've probably seen them before. You know those comparison videos and it's like size comparison videos. It's just like there's no talking or nothing, but it's just like a video showing the size of things and it goes out and like you can see
Yeah.
the scale. There's ones of the ocean and you can see, so it'll have like the Eiffel Tower and it's under the water and it
Yeah,
shows you
yeah.
how deep it goes.
Yeah.
And bro, the ocean goes fucking deep, man. Like it is crazy. It's unbelievable. Like Mount Everest, like 12 Mount Everests
Can
and
fit-
shit. Like,
yeah, it's
like
fucked.
it's nuts, bro.
And there'd be shallower ends, but then there'd be even deeper ends of the ocean. You know what I mean?
We're so small compared to it.
Yeah.
Like
World record solo dive by James Cameron, 10,908 meters or 35,000 feet. That is
Fucking
fuck
crazy,
that,
man.
Fuck that. One little bolt that comes loose and that thing implodes. Like everything needs to be airtight to the T in
But
that
like,
little submersible.
So if you're in, like, would he have dove in the submersible, or would he have been in like a?
Yeah, no, he was-
suit?
it's
Nah.
a specially designed.
Suit?
Yeah.
Like it's
he
it's
was
like
he was in a solo
It's like a
submersible.
submarine sort of thing.
But a solo one. It wasn't like a crew manned one. It was just
Because
him
you
in it,
can't. I'm assuming you can't go in like a suit with a
Nah,
helmet.
I don't
like,
think
yeah.
so.
No.
it's
no.
that would be too much pressure. Because even like
They used to do that though. There's old videos of people back in like the fucking
Yeah.
1900s, like getting put down in like a tin suit.
You
till
know
they
the-
realized no one came back up.
You
Yeah.
know the fucking the Scooby Doo fucking monster
Yeah.
thing with the great like helmet, like the big scuba suit, the old ones, and it's got like a hockey
Oh,
mask almost.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
the
what I-
grids.
Yeah, the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ocean. I think it's crazy the votes though. Like 7 votes for space, 15 for ocean, and we all agree ocean. So, then I said boba tea, good or tastes like ass. 7 votes for good, 9 votes for tastes
What
like
the fuck's
ass.
boba tea?
Is it the little liquid balls?
You know the balls in the tea.
Oh, like bubble tea. Oh, yuck.
Bubble
Yeah,
tea,
nah.
bubble tea. Yeah.
ass.
I don't
I
like
don't
the
like it.
texture. I don't know about the flavor. Maybe I haven't tried one that I like, but purely on the texture in my
I
mouth,
don't like the texture.
it's like coagulated. Like I don't know what.
You're a rusty
Gross,
coin.
man.
Rusty
dude.
coins.
Well, we're all in agreement so far. This is the one where I don't know if we'll all agree. So this is what Jezza was talking about too. He thought I said Jim Jeffries, so he must have said no, but obviously he means a yes. I said Jimmy Fallon is an insufferable, goofy asshole.
Oh.
And that's
he's
13 votes for yes and 6 votes for no. See, obviously most people agree. I don't know how any human on earth
Thinks he's funny.
can see anything involving Jimmy Fallon and think this dude's all right.
He's the definition of a sellout.
He's the biggest wanker sellout ever. Like, and the goofy fake laugh he does at is unbearable to watch. I hate this guy.
But
He will be destroyed.
He fucking sucks, man.
you got to admit, anyone that can make that much money and consistently, like how long has he had
He's
that?
making that much money getting fucked in the ass by Satan. That's why he does whatever they fucking say with the contract. Like, you know.
Well, if that gives me money, where's Satan? I'm gonna spread these cheeks, boy.
Where can I sign?
But like, how many years has he done that show?
oh, fuck knows, man.
Who knows how long he's
I
done
don't know,
that
but
show?
he's a fucking tool.
Yeah, because if you go on that show, if you're like an artist, a celebrity, and you go on that show, surely you know what you're getting yourself into. You're gonna be asked standard questions like that you would have got asked by so many other interviewers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they get sent a list of what they're going to get asked and shit. It's all premeditated. Yeah, it's not fucking.
And like, surely you're just like, all right, I'm here because of the publicity. I want this movie or song to do well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go on it for that. No one's going on there to literally shoot the shit with Jimmy Fallon.
That's the whole point. It's so like, it's like 15 minutes, if that, and it's like very like robotic. It's just, they're puppets, man. I hate those late night talk shows. The only decent one guy that I ever saw that I liked was Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien seemed all right. He was all right. But then they always named Jimmy. Why are they Jimmy? You have Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. They're all fucking douchebags. They all suck. They're not funny.
Yeah.
They're not funny at all. They're little skits and shit they do. They're not funny.
Yeah.
Right? And they just fucking fake laugh and fucking suck off the whatever guests they got.
Yeah.
It's horrendous. Who watches that garbage? Why would you watch that shit?
Yeah.
Who tunes in to Late Night with Jimmy Fallon? Who turns on the TV at fucking 7 p.m. or whatever and goes, wow, I can't wait to watch fucking Jimmy Fallon and see the fucking Kardashians sitting next to this fucking imbecile talking shit. Like, who watches that shit, man? Come on. And if you watch that, you're an NPC. It's NPC entertainment.
I better cancel my.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I better cancel
not
my
watching that anymore.
appointment with Jimmy then.
Fuck Jimmy Fallon. Fuck Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, that's why I really love watching Hot Ones, because
That's good.
That interviewer, Sean Evans, shout out to fucking Sean Evans, bro. Not that he's watching this, but like he asks that, like his questions
He's
are
so
so
well
level
researched.
that even the celebrities and the actors and whatever that go on, like they're like, what the fuck? Like, that's such a good question. Like when they are like, oh wow, and they're excited to answer it. But when they go on Jimmy Fallon and all that stuff, like Jimmy Kimmel, they're just like, and then the crowd's there. So when the crowd laughs as well, you're kind of like putting on a show for, oh yeah, I better act like interested. And this is, but where the Sean Evans does on Hot Ones, it's just him, the celebrity and the hot wings.
Yes.
And he's just asking them all these mad questions. He delves into their childhood or things that like aren't really known by many, and they're like, oh fuck, and they're really keen to answer it.
He's brilliant.
He's
Every time I saw that, I've always thought he's like, and everyone says it too, he's such a great interviewer, like, because he's so well researched. And like, yeah, like you said, on those late night talk shows, it's very scripted. It's very, and then there's a fucking sign going, clap now,
Yeah.
funny joke incoming, and then the joke's not funny at all. It's fucking sucks. And anyway, I just thought of a point. I didn't have it written down. Elon Musk, right? He was recently on Joe Rogan again, and he mentioned on Joe Rogan that straight after that Joe Rogan episode, he was going to an AI conference where he met with, it already happened now, he met with the UK Prime Minister and all these other people, and they're discussing the dangers of AI and how to actually go about it. It's getting to that point now where
Already, it's 5 months in.
but they're suggesting, they're like, that there should be, and what Elon was saying was that the governments should regulate the main companies that are developing it, because it's seriously, and I agree with him, man, AI is fucking scary, bro.
You can't let it run its own course. You got to have some like things in play.
There has to be something, because if we just let it go how it's going, like imagine what's stopping someone. Say I make a movie I get my fucking video effects thing, I make a movie, and then I just get AI to copy Chris Pratt's voice, and then I have my movie voiced by Chris Pratt, like my animated movie, and it's no different to like if he really did an anime. It ruins everything. Like it just ruins it. I don't know how I feel about it, and I really hope that I don't like that we can all use it. I like it for the artworks. Like every FireCast thumbnail is AI. It's AI, if you haven't noticed. But I love
those
that. I love that
thumbnails.
shit. I love it. But see,
love
that's cool, because that's not that
But you're not
dangerous.
using it to to get one up on anyone or to like make
the fake voices is what I don't like. I don't
Yeah.
like the Tupac songs. I don't like that shit because
No.
it's like it sounds
It's not
so
authentic.
real.
Yeah.
It sounds so real. But art's different because it's a made up thing from nowhere. It's like
Yeah.
art, anyone can. It's just art. Like you're not trying to impersonate someone. But when you try to impersonate someone,
And I can't get into a song as much, even if it's cracker, knowing that it's AI.
Yeah.
Because
It's not the same.
I've heard Tupac. I think you showed me last time that
Yeah.
song. His verse, I'm like, oh, that's fire. But I know he's been dead for fucking 20 years.
you wouldn't listen to it.
yeah.
So I wouldn't listen to it. But like, yeah, it just takes away the authenticity of it all.
rules it, man.
We'll be right. We'll be
Yeah,
right.
a lot
We'll
of
be
people.
right.
I hope so.
We'll be right. Look, I think maybe they just let us use it for art and like video editing and then kind of draw the line there. But yeah, when you're starting to use people's voices, like all the fake clips of Joe Rogan saying stupid shit.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
advertising
Like,
dick pills and
yeah,
shit.
like shit like that. Maybe get rid of the voice generated shit because that's like if I had some cunt using a clip of FireCast and it's my voice through AI going, hey, you know, fucking come smell this rusty coin. I'd be like, well, come on, man. Like,
It's always a rusty
but it
coin.
sounds legit though. Like it sounds like, oh, I've said it. And
Yeah.
it's like, fuck, some motherfucker could fuck us in the ass.
And
Like,
especially like things like people like Joe Rogan, who has had, you know, close to 1,500 or if not more episodes. I seen this TikTok the other day. It was Joe Rogan talking about this. It was like a Bigfoot, another version of a Bigfoot. I forget what the name was.
like a Yeti or a Sasquatch.
Yeah, or some mythical thing.
Oh,
And
Wendigo.
A Wendigo.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And then it was like, but you can tell with the voice and his monotone, they've chopped, but it sounded pretty good. But he was
Yeah.
like, scientists
Yeah,
have said
have
that a
caught a
Wendigo. blah, blah.
Wendigo, yeah,
And then I read the comments straight away. It's like, it's AI. I'm like, fucking hell, bro.
Yeah, a good way to tell is getting harder, but a good way to tell is there's obviously no video of him saying that. So the video is always like
Of a picture or
it's
something.
Yeah, it's different. So you know,
Yeah.
be careful, man.
In Discord, this one made me laugh. M16 says, when is DZ going to stream Angry Birds and Animal Crossing on Twitch?
Hey man, if I can start making money from this shit and I don't have to work, I'll stream Angry Birds all day, bro. Fucking whatever you want.
And then he says, don't know if you already filmed, but what are the chances of you lads picking up instruments? It's a lot easier than you think to pick up something like the guitar or the piano. It can also be pretty cheap. Good question.
Chances slim to none.
Honestly, pretty slim for me, just because I've got so much shit on. It's not even funny.
Same.
But in saying that,
I'd like to though.
a guitar would be amazing. Brushing up on the keyboard, because I can do very basic shit on that, but getting better at that would be great. Again, maybe in the future when I'm like actually, you know,
Doing the shit.
doing this shit full time where I've got literally almost zero to none stresses. Like when I get to the point where I don't have to check my bank balance anymore because I know it's just fat,
Popping off.
then yeah, maybe I might pick up a guitar or the keyboard or something. But
That's things
until-
you do when it's like a recreational.
Yeah, because you've just got time. But for now, I'm kind of in like
Busy.
I'm too in like
Busy.
fast lane grind mode, and it's kind of like once I kind of get out of this lane because I know I can get out of this lane, then maybe the guitar would be amazing.
Yeah.
What about you? Would you?
Yeah, with a bit more
Same
time.
thing.
I'm
Yeah,
the same. I'm
I
grinding.
feel like we'd all have the same answer, right? Like,
I literally used to play guitar for
Oh, really?
for music at school. But when I say play guitar, put it this way: our music
Smoke on
teacher,
the water?
Yeah, bro, that's what we started out on. But our music teacher was a drunk, and he ended up getting kicked,
Oh.
he ended up getting kicked out of school,
wow.
like fired because he got caught drinking. But my mate played Metallica, shredded it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Got a C. I played Hot Cross Buns, I got a B. And I was like, this guy was just a pisshead, right? But I found it hard with the guitar to remember the chords.
It's remembering
and to
the
string-
sequence,
and to
yeah.
string them together. When I see people when I see live music played, I really zone in on the electric guitar guy because if I could play a instrument, it would be electric guitar.
Yeah.
Because they have one of the best solos, that and a saxophone, and the drums. Best
Yeah.
like and have you noticed every electric guitar guy when he does a solo, even when he's not, he's always like on his own journey. It's like he's on a mushroom trip, and he's like he's always like he's got his eyes closed. And he's like
Yeah, he's like,
and when he goes,
Yeah.
and he's like,
He's like feeling it.
It's like,
he's fucking it. Yeah.
You know Michael Hutchins from InXS?
Yeah.
Remember he was more sexually moved?
Yeah.
They move like they're fucking the guitar almost. And you full get into it, I'm like, oh, bro.
And you're like fucking your hand. You're like,
yeah, and I'm like jerking up. I'm like, oh my rusty coins. No, but like legit, I don't know. I was saying about that and watching them really go hard. Like when
It's
you
mad,
see a
yeah, it's
fast,
mad.
I don't know what kind. I don't know. Anyone watching, send us a link of a mad electric guitar solo. I want to hear it next week. But like I don't know, many heaps of songs involving live instruments.
I wish I could remember the song. I love Tech Nine is brilliant for this. When Tech Nine, they have a lot of rock influence, and there's a few songs. There's a Ritz song. I'm trying to remember. I used to listen to this shit. And there's a mad guitar solo in these songs, man. It's like full rap, hip hop, chopper shit, and then they got the guitar solo. It's fucking sick,
like
bro.
it. Yeah, that's
But
random as.
look at this, by the way. Look, we got cup holders. And
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
I have some points. They're all pretty short.
Wait, just quickly, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
I just got a question just then by M16. He goes, if you could be a guest on any podcast, which one and why? You can only pick one. If you could feature in any YouTuber or influencer's video, which one and why? Can only be one. So podcast for me would be the Forex Beginner Podcast, hosted by Calvin. Shout out, bro. I post his videos in the Discord all the time. He just seems like a humble dude, great dude. He's got a good business mind. I'd love to chop it up with him one day. So that for me, Beginner Forex Podcast, and feature with any YouTuber or influencer. Man, fuck, to be quite honest, I'd have to just keep it simple and probably say like a Mr. Beast.
That's what I was going to say. For the
Just
money,
because he does fun shit. Like
Yeah,
even
it
if
is
you
fun.
don't win anything, it's fun.
Imagine that, like what do you do? The Squid
Like
Game.
the Squid Game
Yeah, that
shit.
was
Like
fun.
every other don't forget most of these influencers are actually fuck faces. They're doing it just because they rely so heavily on the YouTube money. So just remember that there's a lot of them that are fucking scumbags. But yeah, probably Mr. Beast and Calvin's Forex podcast. What about you?
It'd have to be Joe Rogan, man. I mean, you
Joe
can,
Rogan, yeah,
you
okay.
promote your shit, you talk about whatever you want, you know, it'd have to be. It's the biggest one in the world.
So what? Joe Rogan and Mr. Beast?
And probably Mr. Beast, man. Like, I like his chocolate, bro.
Mine would be like, I was gonna say Joe Rogan, but I thought that's such a like everyone would say that,
That's
right?
the best answer.
It is, and
is, yeah.
but
Impulsive.
the only reason that I would be like is because I'm worried that I would go on there and I would have nothing much to offer him. Like I'd be like, I'd be like, oh, like rusty coins. No, like, like you know what I mean? I'd
You
be
ever
like,
smelt your cum before?
yeah, that's where you come. But
Like, get out.
It would be Joe Rogan because I fucking love that motherfucker, and I would just. Yeah, it would be Joe Rogan, but also if I'm looking at a more fun, laid-back, chill vibe, it would be Theo Von's podcast or Bad Friends, which is with Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino. Just because they're funny comedians,
They're funny,
and I like just like I'm a very like chill, like I like to not take things
Lighthearted,
too serious.
yeah.
But when they just go back and forth and just talk shit, I feel like I'd fit in well with those guys.
What about YouTuber then, or influencer? Maybe even content creator that you know, if you know many.
YouTuber?
They're all ass, man. If you think about it, they're all shit.
I don't know.
They're all
honestly,
shit.
I don't know.
They're all making shit content.
Maybe the Logan Paul podcast, but that's the only reason I say that literally is because he's the only influencer.
Yeah, I was really gonna say, you're not too tapped in, are you?
No, so
we made some content yesterday. The YouTube, we're still doing the YouTube.
still going,
we're trying
boys.
to come up with ideas. Yeah, yesterday was a bit of a disaster.
Yesterday was fucking funny.
Nothing worked. Nothing worked, but you will see. You'll see when it comes.
Yeah.
Like I'm coming up with ideas. It's
hard, yeah,
man.
it's
It is hard. But I did have a couple points. They're pretty short. Is there any more Discord?
No, that's it.
Something you guys will find interesting. I guarantee you guys will find interesting. As a matter of fact, if you don't find this interesting, I'll be shocked. Okay. Right. I know you're both going to know what I'm talking about. Dog shit doesn't turn white anymore.
Yes, it does.
It does, though.
I picked up one yesterday.
But it doesn't really, though. When was
Yes,
the last
it
time you saw dog shit? I used to see white dog shit.
No,
But listen, but it's different. It's different when it's your own personal dog because you feed it whatever the fuck you want. But I can tell you why it doesn't turn white anymore because the quality of the dog food has changed. So white
could be
dog
that
shit
too,
has
yeah.
been phased out since like the late 90s, right? Because there used to be a lot of bone meal in the dog food. And now, as we've developed, the
more.
quality of the dog food has improved. There's less bones.
Look.
So what did you give your dogs when you picked up the white dog shit?
I just didn't
What they
pick up.
eat.
I just didn't realize the shit was there for like 4 weeks.
No, but that's not what makes it turn. It's the high concentration of bone in the
Okay.
shit.
must have given him a
I
bone.
do agree. It's been years since I've seen white dog shit, and I have a dog. Well, like when I lived at mum and dad's, recently had a dog, but fuck, that could mean so many different things, bro. That could be like, bro, people feed their dog pedigree and shit.
You can. It's
What
a
the
genuine
fuck's-
thing. Look it up. It's a genuine thing. It's the quality of the mass-produced dog food that we buy in the store.
Yeah, it'd be
The
different
quality
now,
has
yeah.
changed
Yeah, of
because
course.
we take better care of our animals these days. But I
Yeah.
remember Dad's house with the German Shepherds. The whole backyard was covered in white dog shit. It was white dog shit everywhere. That was the best tasting one. If it was white, it always tasted.
I used to eat that one. That was, that was the
They were my
best.
favorite
Yeah,
ones. What happened to the white dog shit?
the best tasting.
That's so fucked.
Anyway,
It's like you got your dream chocolate like flavored fucking shit.
well, I don't know. I thought you guys would have fucking been more shocked.
Yeah, nah, man.
I do kind of
Look, I get what
do
you're
agree
saying.
on that point. I haven't seen a white shit in fucking ages, bro. So, but I'm like, what the fuck is with that though?
Apparently, it is the food quality.
could- yeah.
There's multiple factors, but anyway, another thing that I thought was interesting was right, the Colosseum. I was just thinking about this the other day. So, right, the Colosseum. The fact that that thing exists is just insane.
I went there.
Do you know? I know that's. I'd love to go there. Do you
It
know?
was fucked.
Do you know what year that thing was fucking started construction?
Let me
It
guess.
started. Yeah, have a guess. Have a guess what year you think the Colosseum started.
Like 981 or something.
I think it started in 1400s.
The Colosseum started construction in 72.
That's fucked.
72.
Just 72.
72.
So
And it
humans were
finished-
alive for 72
it
years.
finished in year 80, all right? And it is still the largest standing amphitheater ever built. We've never built a
It's
bigger
ginormous.
amphitheater.
It's ginormous.
And they used to fill it with water and
To
have
do, like,
naval
naval- yeah, I
battles.
know.
Like, this thing is
But
crazy.
again, how do we know that happened?
What was the vibe
Like,
there?
how do we know
Like-
that happened, bro? Just because it, like,
There's good records of that place, man. But if when you
apparently,
were
like,
standing
burnt
there,
down like 3 times and shit.
yeah.
And they, like,
it's
rebuild
been
it
a long
and-
time, man.
yeah.
That's 1943 years ago. 1,943 years ago.
That's fucked.
When you were standing there, what did it feel like? Is there a
look,
vibe?
I mean, look.
They were very
Imagine
hot.
standing there. That many years ago, there were people standing in that exact same
Yeah.
spot wearing togas and shit.
And it was cool too because as you look up the amphitheater, you see like all the stands. They're all like been broken away and shit over the years. Like it's just like cinder blocks like all falling apart and shit. But you can see the rows that they had made for people, and all the rich people got to be at the bottom, the closest front row, and all the peasants would get to sit at the top. It was cool, man. It was fucking cool.
I'd love to go.
It was really, really fucking cool.
Isn't it crazy
ginormous.
that
and
no-
underneath they had all chambers and
Oh,
shit
tunnels,
where they were
yeah.
keeping the animals and the fighters would get ready. It's fucking, and you can see through the like. It's fucking crazy.
It's ancient UFC. And it's like, it's crazy that with no excavators, no bulldozers, no fucking cranes, they could still build that.
that
And
shit.
it's
That's
got,
why how
It's
how
got patterns and forms
Yeah.
in the stone. It's
Yeah.
like, man, this shit is crazy, bro. That thing exists. You can still go see it to this day.
Yeah.
Same with the pyramids. Like, what?
Yeah,
That is nuts, man.
That's like all over Europe. Their architecture in general is very, very intricate.
Yeah.
And like I feel like in Australia we're just like, oh yeah, there's a building, flat walls, this
Yeah.
and that. That's
Yeah.
it.
A roof.
But I swear they had people with fucking chisels or something, just like
yeah, they would.
did.
They
Like,
would.
that's
not
how they
like
did it.
it's just crazy. They must pay so much time and attention to that one building.
It started 72 and it finished 80. So that's only fucking
8 years.
8 years it took them to build that fucking thing.
When they say 72, does that mean like
Yeah, like is that?
is that 72 years of no? Because don't they have 72 AD, which is after
72
Christ's
AD.
death?
That's it. Yeah,
But
72
then
AD.
before was BC.
That's right.
So there was before Christ. But what happens if you're not religious?
That's what I'm
literally
saying.
just mean
But before, if you're not religious, it's called before Common Era. So BCE, before Common Era.
Yeah, but that makes no sense
it's the
because it's
same.
all based around one religion.
But no, but it's there's more to it than that. It's the
Okay.
calendar. I'm not too sure, but it's not just solely based on religion. There's
Okay.
some point there where I don't know what.
yeah. Because back in school, I used to just when the teacher was like, and in 180 BC, I'm like, okay, BC
Before CAC.
before cock. Yeah.
Before Christ.
Can I have a point?
Yeah, bring it
real
up,
quick?
bring it up.
So recently, these people found 400-year-old remains of what they think was a vampire in Poland, and it was buried with neck shackles and like a rib shackle and stuff, and it was buried in an unmarked graveyard on unconsecrated grounds, and they had this professor. I'm not even going to pronounce his name, but he's a lead archaeologist
In Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah, it's actually in. Well, is Romania in Poland? It must be.
No, it's not.
No, Romania is its own country.
Romania
isn't
is
it?
a country.
Oh, okay. Well, it says Poland, but basically, he was saying that there was probably great fear of this person because, like, when they're buried with like these artifacts were made. It was like a sickle around the neck and a padlock on their left foot, right?
Huh.
And this was found not just in her grave, but other people's graves as well. And in similar areas, they were intended, these shackles, to protect the living from this person. So they were buried with that so that they wouldn't come back to life. The archaeologists who uncovered her also found the remains of a child aged between, I think, 5 and 7, it says here, who was buried face down. Now, again, with the padlock on his foot, back in the day, the reason they used to bury people face down was the fear that they would come out from the dead. So it was like, if you bury him upwards, he's going to scratch and claw and bite. But if you bury him face down and with the padlock, it was like he can never touch anyone or ever again. And it was like these padlocks. I'm looking at these rusty padlocks here, and yeah, they at that time it was especially feared that unbaptized children and those who died under tragic circumstances could rise up from the dead. But it is thought that people were buried face down. Yeah, so the fear that they would bite, essentially. But the thing is, like, how do you know that it wasn't just a bunch of people that were scared of vampires?
Well,
Or were they actually vampires and they died?
I
Like,
don't think they were vampires.
Humans, we are a superstitious bunch.
We
man.
are.
We are very.
and that was ABC. That was ABC News.
Jesus Christ!
Like, this wasn't just some guy.
But don't forget too. Back then, in those times, where
400 years.
we don't know what we're doing, where we've come from. So back then, fears would have been quadrupled. Like, people are scared of fucking shit they see on the news now. Imagine back then where there wasn't news, there wasn't radio, there wasn't nothing. You're just hearing shit from the whispers in the grapevine down the tavern. So I could be at the tavern having a fucking rum and an ale, and some fucking drunk guy comes in and goes, "The next town over just slayed a vampire." Everyone's going to believe this motherfucker. You're like, oh my God.
Imagine, just place yourself
Imagine
there.
that's-
Imagine being
that-
there. Like,
You'd
Bro,
have,
you
to,
would
you'd have to believe.
You would believe him.
bro, imagine
You would hands down believe him.
Imagine seeing an eclipse. Like, you have no concept of what that is,
Yeah.
and you see a full moon eclipse.
Bro, people would freak out.
You'd be like, what the fuck is that?
So do you think like those people that were buried with those weird shackles and stuff on the same foot, everything was the same, buried face down, yada yada? Do you reckon they were just normal people, but then after they died, they're like, I don't know if people can rise from the dead, but just in case, I'll let them
Nah,
rest.
so they
They
would have.
might have been a bit of an oddball.
They would have done. They probably would have been like a weird cunt, and they've done something, and everyone's kind of gone, "Oh, okay, we're gonna bury him with the shackle," like that type of shit.
Yeah.
Or they probably killed these motherfuckers
yeah.
early.
Well, like they said, if
And-
they were unbaptized back then, they'd think they were like Satan or
Exactly.
something.
Like, think of, bro, they used to burn innocent women at the
Because
stake
they thought they were
they were witches. They just burn them. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine that your missus is fucking doesn't let you play golf on Thursday. She's a witch. She's a witch. Burn her. The whole village comes together, and you're just there playing golf.
Or
Like,
some bitch back in the day's got that bomb ass pussy that makes all the men whipped in the town, so they think that she's a witch. It's like,
She's
oh,
a-
that pussy's too good. Burn her at the stake.
she's a banshee.
Well,
like,
yeah, they probably just did something, a bit strange, because back then, even apparently, like, owning a black cat and stuff, like,
Yeah.
they thought, so, maybe they just...
Yeah, it's just weird that ABC has just all automatically gone to like vampires, and they've got this professor on here going. He's archaeologist of vampires' remains, and he's like, oh, it's
Yeah,
a
there's an
vampire.
archaeologist of everything. Like, the one day in 2 decades he gets to work is when this happened. Finally, his moment.
He's like, this was definitely vampire.
Was that in Poland? You said Poland. I've seen a lot about Poland lately. You were talking about that guy.
Yeah,
that
on Halloween. I wanna move there,
I
man.
saw another thing about Poland yesterday.
they're great.
There was a police chief who, this was last year, who got gifted a grenade launcher from Ukraine, and he shot it in his own office. And injured injured the whole office, almost destroyed the building and
see,
shit.
what a
He
good-
accidentally fired a grenade launcher inside. Like, imagine
God.
See, what a place to live.
in the FireCast room, he's shooting a
Yeah.
grenade. He's probably like, "Oh, look at this thing!" And
Poof, this is going on, man.
noob tube, the fucking
Oh, it just rolls across the desk. You're like, fuck.
what a fucking idiot.
Man, I've already fucking applied for my visa and shit.
Yeah, Poland seems like a funny place.
Oh, actually?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, what the fuck?
Good place.
The last point I had, quick point, is a Rita Ora tweet. So in 2014, Rita Ora tweeted, she says, I'm releasing new music on Monday if this gets 100,000 retweets. The tweet got less than 1,000 retweets. So then, instead of just leaving it, Rita Ora posts.
Reshared it.
She goes, no, she posts, makes another post and she goes, oh, my Twitter just got hacked. No music gets released until it's ready. Lucky we caught the hacker and removed the
Oh
post.
my god! Oh my
How
god!
embarrassed. That makes it worse.
Oh my! She should have just left
got
it.
embarrassed.
She should have left it.
You know when people upload a photo, it doesn't get enough likes. So See-
that bitch she's stepping away from the music.
even
scene.
celebrities are insecure, man. Like,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Rita Ora. So is she relevant now?
I don't know. I don't even know any of her songs.
Yeah.
I don't
How funny though that she would have posted that thinking that would
It's
have
gonna get
blown
like,
up.
yeah, and she's got the song ready, uploaded to DistroKid. She just has to hit publish. It's like 10 shares.
Yeah,
Ooh.
this is. I wrote down. She goes, "My Twitter got hacked, and someone is threatening to release new music. Nothing comes out until it is ready." And then she didn't just post that; she tweets again later and says, "The bots insist on it. Luckily, I caught the hacker really quick and deleted the post. Thank you."
Yeah, lucky Rita Ora's out there catching the hackers first responder. She's got a like thing. She's like, oh yep, got the hacker. Like what the Rita Ora doesn't have enough on our fucking computer, bro.
Well, if you hacked Rita Ora's account, why
looking
would
for-
you say I'm going to release new music?
I'd be looking for the nudes, not fucking pretending to be a release of music. Like, what the hell?
Or a bank details or something.
Yeah, fucking. Oh my, where's the rusty coins at? Like,
How bizarre! Like,
That's so fucked up. How funny though, like because see, if that was like Jack Harlow, if that was The Weeknd.
what's that new song he released on fucking TikTok?
Don't get me wrong.
What? That's like,
I love that.
Yeah, I
oh,
love
how
that.
good the sound,
Hey,
eh?
hey.
I don't wanna be.
So this is the thing, right? When I hear things too much, no matter who it is, I love Jack Harlow.
shit, yeah.
I'm just like, fuck off, like
Yeah.
release the song or don't like. But that's how you get the hype, I guess. You know what I mean?
Central C
Release
did it
a
with
bit.
Doja. Yeah, he did the same thing.
Yeah. So, but then it's like, it's the same with radio plays. When they
Mm.
play it too much, I'm like, and it's a full dance. It's like I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I know
Oh
killer,
my
baby.
God,
And,
they already made
and
it.
everyone always does the TikToks, and I'll watch the whole thing because I'm a sucker. But I'll be watching those videos like I've seen this a million times, but I'll watch it a
Still
million
watch it,
times.
yeah. Want to film one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You doing it?
Yeah, please.
Joey's like,
Yeah,
He's in a skirt.
Yeah. I like that song, but it's a smart marketing. It's marketing, man. Like
Yeah.
Central C with Doja, he did the same thing. He released that snippet, and it blew up, man. And it's smart. It's very smart. If you got a catchy song, especially a sample,
Because imagine the listens as soon as that comes out.
I'm gonna listen as soon as
Yeah.
it comes out.
I've got a good sample for you to work on too. Just because my splice wasn't working yesterday, but I'll start that today. It's going to sound sick.
Yeah.
But just
You-
quickly
we've got two
before
songs.
I want to get a beer quickly, and then we'll go for some speak pipes because we've got I think like a shit ton. So let me just get to the toilet, get a beer, speak pipe, and then that should probably do us. But just before I go, I don't know if this is true. I was reading articles that apparently now, as of next year, 2024, Spotify is not going to start paying artists until their song has 1,000 plays.
Well, how much do you get if it's below that anyway? Nothing.
Fuck all.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
it's not-
saying.
It's not that much of a difference.
It's not that big of a deal.
That's what
I
I
just thought it
thought.
was cool, yeah.
I heard that too. I
Yeah.
saw that and I didn't
I
understand.
thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. I mean, like, cool. I mean, not really because I don't make money off music anyway. So for me, it doesn't fucking matter. But
So right now they're paying you if it's less than 1,000 streams.
yeah. So you literally get like
0.005 of a cent.
you don't even get a cent for
Yeah,
like
no,
a play.
no, you don't.
You get fuck all.
Score.
Yeah, no, literally, it's fucked.
So
eh?
it doesn't. It wouldn't make that much of a difference. I don't think that's a big deal.
My vision. So I want to eventually buy like a little, kind of like what your mates would have bought for their gym, something like that, right? And in one corner, I want backdrops just like this, but it'll be completely like almost square. So like it goes heaps, right? Then I want the Lambo parked like here. So where we're sitting, and then we're going to have our table in front of the Lambo. And then we sit in front of the Lambo. And then the backdrop's behind the Lambo. And then that's where we do our, like, that's the podcast. And then
fucking
we'll
hell.
have camera, and then we'll have 3 or 2 maybe actually probably 3 little cameras each for face shots, so I can do cool little cuts if you're like getting deep about a subject. We'll cut to that face shot.
Yeah.
Whiskey, everything, lounge, like it's gonna be
Fucking
fat. That's my vision.
Yeah.
That's my vision. And I fucking hate 2-door cars. We're gonna buy one though, just for the fucking
exactly.
aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, if you have a Lambo, you're not bitching about the 2 doors. You're just too busy fucking being a Lambo.
It's a cardboard cutout Lambo.
Yeah. He didn't say it was a real Lambo.
Yeah. But that's what's interesting too, that your mates fucking got that. I'm curious at how much.
It's funny.
That will fucking
It's
cost.
funny that you say that, because I know it's not. It's you would want more than this, but they want to lease out the office area upstairs because they don't really need it. And I was thinking in my head,
Holy
imagine
shit.
if you guys eventually. But then again, if you're willing to spend money on a lease for a room, you'd want your own space.
Yeah.
But they have a room that's like fucking big enough for for heaps bigger than this. Obviously, like maybe 4 or 5 times bigger.
The only reason I wouldn't is because imagine trying to film a pod like
With that music
Friday,
going
and
on.
then downstairs they're just going
Working
like, pump
out.
it louder. It's
Yeah.
like sweaty dudes like fucking sprinting down there and shit.
Yeah, it
like,
wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
But
It's just like, now that you say that, it definitely wouldn't work.
It wouldn't
because
work,
they pump the music.
yeah,
as
of course. But yeah, no, that's fucking sick that they're doing that, man. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's good to see people like even yourselves, but even other friends. Like I have multiple people in my life that are just making moves. So it's
I
good.
think any young person doing something, man, something.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It
It
doesn't have to be
a business
owning your own
or
business.
just do something.
Because I feel like nowadays you need to do something extra rather than just the normal 9 to 5. I feel, even if it's like a little bit, just to get ahead that little bit more, because with wages and stuff not really going up and everything else going up, it's hard to get by, man. Like,
bro, it boggles me, man, that like, and it's fucked up because I know so many people that are like this, that they're happy going to work and then coming home and doing fuck all. It honestly that it scares the fuck out of me. It scares the shit out of me. Like I couldn't imagine doing that.
yeah.
Like you go to work and bust your ass for some other cunt to get rich in his Lambo, and then you come home and then just fucking jack off and watch movies and go on TikTok. It's like, whoa, like that life scares me. I'd rather die early than live like that.
Yeah, that's what me and Tori were saying. Like, originally she was like, "Oh, next year we won't do any big holidays. We'll just do something small, and then 2025 we'll do a big holiday, maybe a month." And then now, because one, she's not really happy with her job, so she's like, "I really want to get out of that." But she's just like, she was just venting to me, and she's like, nothing that I haven't already thought about before. But she was like, "Isn't it fucked that they only give you 4 weeks a year of holidays?
That's what I'm
but
saying.
But then they make
yeah.
you take 2 weeks off on Christmas, so you're only left with a fortnight
Yes.
of holidays your whole year, right?"
And you got a bank. That's your holiday
that's your
leave.
holidays.
You bank that up.
Yeah. And then it's like, for us to do, don't get me wrong, everyone's different. Like, some people just aren't into us traveling as much or doing this, doing that, whatever. And I understand that. But personally, me and Tori, we want to really travel, and not just travel like a holiday like we went on. We actually want to try and live overseas. And when I say live, I feel like living is more than 3 months. That's technically living overseas.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to be on the go all the time like we were in Europe. We were always on the go. But then overseas, you can kind of just like save up a lot of money. If you want to get a job behind a bar, something not stressful, just cheap to just, even if it's not much money, it's some money, extra money coming in.
to keep you going.
And then you have a little, whether it's in England or wherever it is, you have a little base where you work. And then on the weekends, you go, this weekend, I'm going to go Poland. I'm going to go fucking Germany. I'm going to go
100%,
here, there.
bro.
And then you do that for a while. And even that for us would be, I don't know. I feel like I need to do that before I settle down. And that's what we've thought about for a while. So just piggybacking off what you said about how it's just like you're working for the man, you come home, you do the same thing. I feel like breaking up that, obviously, that's not going to fix the long term. Eventually, you're going to have to get back into the rat race eventually.
Of course, yeah.
But at least you're doing something where you like experience. Because I could spend money on, I can get her a Gucci bag for fucking 600. I can get her this. But I like spending money on like experiences, bro. The more I get older, like I couldn't stand having just a materialistic bitch that was just like, hey, I just want this fucking, I don't know, like
handbag.
and that's it. It's like, what do you mean? You're going to get over it. But when you like, well, I'll always remember our Europe trip, always. Even the 100%. Bad times where we were like, this is fucked.
Yeah.
I love every bit of it.
It was amazing.
On that point, on just the whole 9 to 5 thing, I saw something which was quite interesting to me. I saw a video that's been going pretty viral. Like 9 News were sharing it, and it's been shared everywhere. Of this girl, young girl, just finished university and that, and she is making a video like crying, saying that she wasn't prepared for the 9 to 5 and how she has no time for herself, and she's crying, saying the 9 to 5 is so hard or whatever. And I was surprised. Like, I went to the comments thinking everyone's going to roast her. How much support she and that idea is getting. And I really think times are changing, man, especially with AI and robots. Like the Amazon factory has fucking C3PO droids starting to move the boxes and shit. Like they already got robots in that factory. It's like times are changing where the 9 to 5, 8-hour shift is going to go. It's going to be shorter shifts. It's going to be shorter days, like a 4-day work week.
Would we get paid less though?
They would have to do something. That's what they're going to have to figure out. Because like it's just, I couldn't believe, like a couple years ago, that chick would have definitely got roasted.
Yeah.
100% for saying that. People would be like, oh, toughen up back in the day, or we used to fucking work. But I couldn't believe how much support. All the comments were like support, saying like,
because
you need
was
time for yourself.
was she basically saying that 9 to 5, 5 days a week is too much?
It's too much. Like she goes home, she's got no time for herself. She has to go to sleep. She makes dinner and goes to work again. Like, especially these days with all the technology and things we have, and people are doing things for themselves. You do need more time than you did back in the day. There was nothing else to do other than work.
Yeah.
You just went to work, and it's such an outdated thing. The 8 hours, like it's so outdated.
Yeah.
All you did was go to work and come home.
I really
now
think
there's so many things. Like you need more time for yourself.
I really think if they did that, though, they'd have to increase the wages dramatically, because me personally, or they'd have to make everything cheaper.
Of course, like they can't
just go,
they're not going to
we're
not
cutting
pay
you a
you.
day.
They're not going to pay you. There's going to have to be a universal basic income or something. But jobs are going to get more and more and more obsolete as the years go on. In 50 years, it's going to be completely different. The way we work will be so different.
But the problem is that that's all fine and dandy, but the elites will always win and find a way to capitalize on people like us to work the 9 to 5.
No. If the elites
they get richer and we stay poor. They're not going to be happy with us being doing fuck all.
They don't care about your happiness. If they could have, say, I own Amazon. I run all these Amazon companies in the world. I have all these hundreds of factories. If I can have robots working 24 hours a day, no sick days, no leave, no nothing, I don't have to pay them, I would way rather that than having to pay all these employees, give them food. They don't give a fuck. They would way rather.
They'd rather that, but they're not just going to let us willy-nilly, hooray, we're free. No,
they're not
man.
Gonna care.
No. They do care. That's all they care about is making more money.
Yeah, but they don't care about your misery. If it makes, they're still going to be making money from the robots, so they don't give a fuck about you. They're just going to let you go.
Exactly. So they'll just go, yeah, we got robots in this warehouse, but you guys can just walk 4 hours a day now over here.
Oh, it might start like that at first.
That's what I'm saying.
Eventually,
we're still going to be.
You're still going to have to work. We're still going to have to use money. That's what I'm saying. But like, realistically, they're going to have to work out a universal basic income or something. There's going to have to... Times are changing.
And don't forget, you need people to fix the robots, maintenance, fill them up with fucking diesel and fuel. It's not just going to be, hooray, we're all now just fucking frolicking in the fields.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Certain jobs will go obsolete quicker than other jobs. Factory jobs will go quicker. Driving jobs will go quicker. That sort of stuff will go first. And then as technology evolves and we get more Black Mirror-y, we will all be robot mechanics. But it's going to be there might be a 20-year gap between the first jobs that go obsolete and the last jobs that go obsolete. You know what I mean? It's all different. Depends what you do. But obviously, like you said, someone's going to have to fix the robots. Someone has to make the robots.
Yeah.
You know, that stuff is, until they have robots fixing the robots, which is possible, so it's all, but the point I'm making, no one knows the answers, but there is questions that need to be answered. No one knows the answers, but times are changing and it's inevitable.
I've been saying, even if it was just a 4-day working week and 3-day weekend, I reckon so many people would be so much more happier.
It'd make a huge difference.
Like huge, because when you have a long weekend, I know everyone's like, oh, you got to go back to work Monday. But aren't you feeling a bit more recharged? Knowing, but if you knew that was your weekend every weekend, you would be like. The only reason you're like going back to work a bit miserable on the Monday on a long weekend because you know, oh, we got to wait another month or two for the next long weekend. But if you were like every Friday or Monday,
off, yeah.
would you rather have the Friday off or the Monday off?
The Friday. How good is a Friday long weekend? And you
some people say Monday because
Monday.
the Friday
Recovery,
when you're at work on a Friday, you already have that Friday.
You already
feel
have
anyway.
it.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so
true.
Monday, if
Is
you
recover.
started on the Tuesday,
Yep.
you're like, oh.
No, that is true though. That is true.
And you can have Sunday sessions.
Exactly. Sunday sessions, fucking if you get a bit too buckled on the weekend, Monday you can fucking
that's a good
sleep
point.
in.
That is true.
It's a hard one because the Friday off though is like you wake up on that Friday and you're like, woo,
Yeah.
you're like fucking ready to go.
Oh my God.
But
Interesting.
the thing is wages, but it's something has to change. But anyway, maybe let's
speak-
go
we
to
don't have to worry about that because we're going to be fucking in a fucking podcast with a Lambo. So don't worry about us. It's just you motherfuckers listening have to worry about this shit, not us. We'll be right. But all right, let's go through these.
You're welcome, boys.
This is a disaster.
That wasn't old. I don't think that was old. You farted in the mic.
Good afternoon, FireCast. Yo, it's Zex back again. Fun fact, because DZ did that religion story poll in Japan. When a Muslim goes to a hotel and they're Muslim, they actually provide them with a Quran and a like praying mat, and also like a compass so they know which way the Kaaba is, which direction they have to pray. Yeah, so that's just a quick fun fact.
Oh, so in Japan, if you're a Muslim, they actually provide you shit to pray and do your.
If you go to a
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Like that's okay.
religion should just be they should just respect each other, man.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. All right, so I guess we'll start the video from that one because
Well, the fart was new too. The fart. Was
okay, we got another one. Is this question mark?
Yo, what's good? I didn't want to bring this topic up, the yes no thing, but I really wanted to put my input in. So here's what it is. I voted yes, right? Alright, because I want Indigenous people to have a voice of parliament, to get help and shit. And what happened was, today when I was speaking is, I met this Indigenous rapper. You might have heard, I met her and I was asking her about it. And she asked me, did you read the legislation? I'm like, no, I didn't read the legislation, but I voted yes. I was like, can you explain to me what the meaning of this voice is? Because I'm confused. I'm a citizen of this country. I have a right to know what all this is about. And she felt offended. I understand she felt offended that she didn't go through. But I don't know, man. This shit's just people just take things too personal, too personal. I didn't say any. I don't believe I said anything hurtful. I don't know, to be honest. Just my 2 cents.
so you voted yes, and she still got offended, and she wanted. The
I think
legislation
because he questioned, he's like,
No, because he didn't.
because he didn't read it.
Yeah. Well,
I think because she was upset because it didn't pass. That's why. But then obviously, if you're Aboriginal and it didn't pass, it would be, I guess, a bit disheartening. But
Well, I uploaded a clip of us talking about it, and the amount of Aboriginal followers I now have on my TikTok is unbelievable.
Oh, really?
Because of them and how many comments. If you go to that video,
are they
you
good or
read
bad?
Good in support of me voting no.
oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. And then
Bro, that's what we're talking about,
for me,
man.
that is like proof. Obviously, there's a couple, but the support way outnumbers the people that are disagreeing with me. And even the ones that are disagreeing with me are very they're not rude or arrogant about it. They're being very respectful. But I can't even believe it. So obviously it's mixed that some Aboriginal, it depends. And one guy commented, which was an interesting point. He said, agreeing with what I was saying in the video. Well, he disagreed, but he was saying that the city Aboriginals agree with me, but the rural Aboriginals wanted it to go through. But that also, I've seen a lot of stuff on the rural Aboriginals. The point I didn't make that I should have made when we first brought it up, just quickly. So a good solution, people think that putting the vote yes through would help these most disadvantaged Aboriginal communities, right? The most disadvantaged Aboriginal communities are living in rural Australia, right?
Yes.
Rural Australia, where there is no access to things anyway. The white people living in rural Australia will also be at much disadvantage to the people living near the cities. There's more access to things. The solution to this is integrating those rural Aboriginals into the mainland, bring
Or
them
just
over,
building
or
more
building
shit
more
out
infrastructure.
rural. Yeah, okay.
But the thing, the most disadvantaged are living in rural Australia where there's
it's
nothing.
cheaper.
There's
Yeah,
no
wow.
hospitals. There's no nothing.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
school, good education. So naturally, the statistics are going to reflect that. It's because they're living so rural, not necessarily because they're Aboriginal. Obviously, it might play some part in it. I don't know. I'm very on the fence. I voted no just because I saw enough information that made me feel like it might have been detrimental to Aboriginals. And obviously, a lot of Aboriginals agree because of how many fucking followers I've got on TikTok
I
now.
didn't know that, man. Hey,
I'll show you the video. Look.
welcome to our fucking Aboriginal
Yeah,
brothers
shout
and
out all-
sisters,
shout out all
man.
the Aboriginals,
Welcome.
man.
It's glad to see that fucking user kind of sort of agreeing and
But-
that we're not just a bunch of
Yeah,
we're just saying random shit.
It give
Like,
me some reassurance, but yeah, it's
Welcome,
a mix,
that's
it's a
cool.
mixed bag. Like you're
Yeah.
never gonna get the right answers to these things. You know what I mean? But
I feel like just long story.
look, Aboriginal tribes 15.3K views.
Huh.
It's that one there. Right?
Awesome,
You want
man.
15.3K.
That is awesome to see.
Right.
Which one?
This one here.
That's awesome to
Oh,
see.
wow.
And I'll show you the comments. Like most of the comments and most
Wow.
of the followers
Yeah,
I've
let
gotten.
me have a quick little.
Some
squiz.
of them aren't like.
Oops.
You know, some of them disagree, of course, but like most of them agree, bro.
Yeah, wow. We have mobs that speak on our behalf and still do. I don't understand this reasoning.
See, that's someone disagrees.
Yep, 100%. Well said, my brother. Facts. Well said. True that, bro. We are not the same. 100. Bro, they already speak for us. You are absolutely correct. That's right. Thumbs up. Thank you. 100%. Yes, bro. 100, 100, 100. Love heart, 100, 100. Love hearts with the Aboriginal colours, bro. That is sick, man. Fucking hell. And it's still going.
So we have
It's still
some fans from the Dreamtime. I love it.
Yeah, bro. No, that is actually fucking
I love that
sick.
It's
shit.
just funny because in the video, and at the end of the video, I say I'm definitely voting no. I gave my reasons why, and it goes to show that, like, you know,
Yeah.
it wasn't put forward correctly. They could have, done it better. Like, and
Yeah.
maybe if they did do it better.
I just feel like, yeah, long
either
story
read them if you
short,
like, but look,
we had no information. They tried to throw it down our throats, and it was just a bit like overwhelming. We're like, what the fuck are these guys? What is this government talking about?
I'm all for the Aboriginals getting like help when they need it and doing something
Yeah.
for them. But like I just feel like the referendum wasn't ready, man.
Yeah, that's
It was-
fucking sick, man. That's good to see.
Yeah, it was good. So shout out all you guys following. Hopefully you're watching.
That's good to see, man. Welcome. And then I'll play one more.
Yeah, like, I watched last episode and you were saying so much facts. Like, instead of people just posting on their stories, actually take action. Like, these people take these things so seriously. Like, at the end of the day, like you said, people still got to, like, go to work on Monday and finish on Friday. Like, nothing's going to change. The only thing that's going to change is I don't know, to be honest. Well, what you had for breakfast might change. That's fucking what is an inevitable you know what I'm
Inevitable.
What is actually going to happen in this life is you live and you die. That's pretty much it. You live, you die, you do good things. You know, if you believe in heaven or not, it's up to you. But you know, I believe there is an afterlife. You know, it's called Jannah. And like as Muslims, but you know, fuck, yeah.
Yeah, well said, man. It is what like true. Like at the end of the just people just go stupid with their beliefs, which having beliefs and opinions is cool and fun. I'm all for it, but when you start going fucking silly with it, it's like, okay, like you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just with the yes thing, the yes no thing. It was only white people that were getting angry at people voting no. That is a ginormous red flag for me. Ginormous. That's like, okay, a second. Like, yeah, I won't get back into it, but you know my opinion on it. It was only white people getting pissed off about it. So it's like, okay, then if it was Aboriginals coming together and going, no, this is bullshit, we need a voice, yes, 100% I would have voted yes all day. But because it was white people trying to tell me to vote yes, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean? But
about the
well said, man. Well
about
said.
The people who post, and we were going hard on people who like post in favor of one side for anything, or like trying to people who post like or change their bio to like Black Lives Matter and shit, and they don't do shit, you know, and they're just fucking like they're fake supporters, right? Or like they, you know, they're and I had a bit of a talk with my missus about this, and she's like, yeah, but they, you know, they think they're doing something, like it's awareness or whatever, and it's like, yeah, but is it really doing any, like you forget about it in 2 weeks, like everyone's going, support Ukraine, Ukraine, the war's now still been going on 2 years later. I don't hear them saying support Ukraine, they got old, you know what I mean? And I had, in my song, I said this to my missus, I have in my song Wagwan, I say, because it's relevant. So listen,
in my song,
wow,
wow.
No, the song's called Wagwan.
I know, but you said it like
listen,
a Jamaican accent.
Well, I didn't. I said Wagwan. It's really cool.
I'm pretty sure he went Wagwan, bruv.
Sorry.
How would you say it? Wagwan. Wagwan.
No, I'm joking. You said it good.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I think he's just caught him off guard because it's like,
yeah, it's a I wish I called the song something else sometimes.
Sorry.
Anyway, listen.
Wagwan, my brother.
Besides the point.
Wagwan.
Anyway, in the song, I say, you made me lose.
that was a very deep song.
Come on.
It was a song where I would say,
You were saying everyone's focused on.
everyone got a phone in their back pocket, not supporting any slaves but its Apple profit. Says me, I wrote this on Samsung, but I won't post in hopes to cure cancer. That's the point I was making.
That came on my shuffle recently. That's a very deep song.
I like that song.
Deep
but
thinker song.
My missus was saying that, like, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing, though. Like, we're saying all this shit and we preach all this shit, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not going to go on social media and post we're not trying to fucking say stop this and stop that. Like, we're not going to make a fucking difference. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to get at. You
Bro,
know?
like,
so even though Samsung and Apple, it's all the same shit, and I have a Samsung phone, I'm not posting saying stop slavery and stop this, and then I'm there sitting on my ass on my phone flicking through fucking...
It's like you just said, the whole Ukraine thing. Bro, they've been at war since 2014. People don't know that because no one does their research. They've been at war for fucking years. And then in only 2 years ago, people are going, save Ukraine, help for Ukraine. It's like, no, man, like use it. It's embarrassing. It's like, it's embarrassing seeing this shit. It's like same thing in the Middle East. Yes, it's fucked up, right? It's fucked up and it shouldn't be happening to any country. But they've been at war for fucking hundreds of years.
All over land.
Hundreds of years, and people now are going fucking this and free them and do this. But, bro, like, no, it's because humans, we're such sheep. It's such sheep mentality. It's fucking scary, man. That's what scares me. Not the wars and the fighting and the beefing between countries. That doesn't scare me. It's the sheep mentality. And I always bring it up, bro. COVID was the decider for me. When I saw how people acted over toilet paper and a flu with a 99% survival rate, that was for me like wow, we're fucked. We are fucked. Bro, a disease with a 99% win rate, and we were fighting...
Win rate.
We were fighting.
Win rate.
We were fighting over toilet paper instead of just coming together and going... Yep, bro, my neighbor, bro, you want some fucking toilet paper, my brother? Here. Here you go. My Aboriginals out west, you need some fucking toilet paper? Boom. I'll go drop this shit off. You know what I mean? But no, we all fought amongst ourselves over it, and people are fucking posting TikToks and videos, and this cunt went to the shop and took 5 rolls of toilet paper to himself. Like, it's instantly just that hostility. Instantly. There's no leading up to it. There's no nothing. It's just instant. Boom. I'm scared. I believe what the media say. This disease is gonna kill me, even though it's got a 99% fucking win rate.
Yeah.
Like it's cold. Like
Right? It's the same thing. Ukraine, they've been fighting for fucking years. And now
I'm all supporting the justice. That's not what I'm saying. It's the fact that people will do what they think is the right thing because of they're scared of the opinion of everyone else.
Exactly right.
You're just following the crowd. You know,
Yes,
you're going
following
to
the
post
crowd.
this on your social media, and
so
you're not
you
going to do
look
shit.
just, and you look like you're a good guy.
You change
like,
your profile picture to a black circle for Black Lives Matter, and you don't do shit. You don't donate. You don't fucking do anything. You're just a white girl who fucking is trying to be in the right. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah. That's just, you know, obviously we support peace, love, harmony for everybody.
Yeah, I don't want people to die. No more
You know,
dying.
what
Like,
interesting thing that I figured out, I was curious. I don't know why. I always go on random things I Google, and I was wondering, has there ever been a terrorist attack at the Olympics? Like I was wondering, like, because the Olympics is such a big event. I was like wondering. I Googled it, and there was in Berlin, I think in 1930 or something. Or maybe the 80s, I'm going to butcher it. But it was related to Israel-Palestine.
wow. So that's what
That long ago.
it's been
The
going
same
on
thing.
for that long.
So long.
At the Olympics, they broke in one time. I don't want to butcher it. I don't know who. What I can't remember if it was Israel or Palestine. But they broke in and they killed like on the opposite side. They went into the Olympic fucking village and they fucking.
Is it to do with the fact that they're Jews? Like most of them are Jews.
It is,
It's the
yeah.
Jewish.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird that for so long, right? Jews have just been oppressed, like ever since like Hitler, maybe even before Hitler.
Yeah, it's weird.
But isn't it weird? Like, what have they actually done,
Okay,
bro?
I like that you brought this up because I've found something from Awella actually.
Other than being cheap, like tight asses.
But Awella actually brought, so in the Bible it says, right, so the Jews are considered the chosen race, right, and they obviously crucified Jesus in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
And in the Bible, Awella told me this the other week. It says in the Bible that the Jews will forever be in conflict and they will never have a land. They will never have a home to call their own.
Yeah.
Right now, Israel is the land of the Jews. It's the only country that's that's their place. And it's a bit weird that, like, in the Bible, it's said pretty much everything that's been happening. And now it's in debate. Like, Israel might not end up a thing in soon because of the conflict.
But don't they have America in their pockets? They're very powerful.
They
Israel.
own everything.
Everything. So how are they going to be not?
But they don't have a land. They don't belong to any place. That's what it says in the Bible. That you will always be in conflict. You'll never have peace, and you will never have a home to call your own.
Is that because the reason why they're in conflict mainly is because they don't have any land to call their own, and they're always trying
Nah,
to?
man. I think it goes a bit deeper than that too. Because if you think of it, right, all bankers, Jewish, company owners, Jewish, they're very money smart as well. I think it stems back from even World War II and that. I think it might stem back because, like, they were always so good with money, and even during times of depression, oppression, war, the Jews would always come out on top financially, but they don't have a home, a land. So it's like, how are they still so financially good? So it's kind of like then not everyone, but like it stems from so far back, and it just goes down the line of generation. Like, you know, Jews. That's why you get the term "he's a Jew with his money."
Yeah.
All Jews are business owners, bankers. You look it up.
Yeah.
All the banks are owned by Jewish families and shit. Like, it's crazy shit.
Yeah.
I think it could be. I don't know, man.
There's a weird stuff in the Bible, man, about it, and so like, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Fuck, the Jews
in the Bible,
because the
money Jews being.
damn it.
And it's actually
interesting.
It's crazy too, because we talk about all these things, and me and DZ, we're not religious people and we're brothers, but our grandma is very religious. Is she Christian or Catholic? She's Catholic, believes in Jesus Christ and that. So she'll always say these little verses.
She's more about Mary, which is weird. I don't understand.
It's interesting. So by the way, we're not just like a family of atheists. We have religious people in our family. It's just
The Jews.
These two are just Satan.
Yes.
I don't know. Damn it! I don't remember what I was gonna say.
But I heard it like they're in the Gaza. You know how they went to the Gaza to try and like wipe out the last of them. Apparently, the police over there, it took them all of 6 hours to do anything about it, because apparently in the Gaza when Israel had control over the Gaza, which is like a big strip where they just kept all the Palestinians in there to like kind of watch over them, they would limit their water usage and all that and all that stuff. But now the Hamas, which is that terrorist organization, have taken over. They've cut everything. And apparently, the police, whether they're in the pocket of the Israelis or the Hamas, whatever. For whatever reason, maybe their resources are just shit, or they do it on purpose. But it takes them like 6 hours to even try and get out there and do something about it.
Yeah, that's
so they
fucked up.
basically are just getting killed and shit for. So they
It's
have
horrible,
it's like the purge for 6 hours or something or
Yeah.
more. What I'm trying to say is the safety there in terms of their police is not really doing anything for them.
Bro, on Joe Rogan, one of his guests recently, I don't know her name, she's a journalist. She was actually in Palestine for a month.
Oh, really?
And the shit, it is fucked. The stories she says on Joe Rogan, she goes, it's bad. Like she goes, it's basically World War II all over again. Like the Israelis are coming in and literally just shooting people for no reason. People are just getting shot at. Shit is bad. Like
They're not all soldiers. There's normal people.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's just.
I remembered what I was
yeah.
going to say. This stuff is obviously horrible for
yeah.
anybody who's dying, anybody suffering. It's terrible, and I hope it comes to an end soon. But there is so the Illuminati guy, one of the Freemason guy, deep in Freemasons, a long time ago. Apparently, now grain of salt here, but I'm gonna have to do more research. But apparently, it says he details how World War III says there has to be 3 world wars unleashed on the earth, right? And the third world war has to be between the Muslims and the Jewish, and it'll get so to the point where each side will mutually destroy themselves. Both religions will mutually destroy themselves, and then the world will be so divided on the conflict that they will also mutually destroy each other in terms of financial and moral mentality, everything, that the world will eventually just all destroy itself. Everything will collapse, and then a new religion will be born based on the Antichrist. So that's supposedly what's in this Freemasonry Illuminati type of like Bible.
So Antichrist will come out of all this conflict, almost because religion is not the main source, but it has a big part to play in why
Huge.
people
Fight.
fight.
Well, that's what Project Bluebeam is supposedly about.
Yeah.
It's about they fake the aliens, but it's actually the Antichrist. So that if aliens invade, everyone will abandon their religions and think like, well,
This is
obviously
the end, yeah.
aliens are the gods, not us. And the gods, which is a fake holographic aliens, is actually the Antichrist. It's a mirror of what the Antichrist represents. So everyone is
I wonder if
willingly.
create less conflict in the end. Are they trying to create less conflict, or are they trying to have
I don't
control?
know,
Who
man.
knows?
But this is all fucking,
But look,
fairy dust.
Again,
Yeah.
don't be scared because, again, people have been at war for hundreds of years and they're going to be at war for another 100. So if you're listening, don't shit yourself, because I used to get scared over this shit when I was younger. But then when I've learned that
Me too, man.
everything's a money scheme and everything's a profit scheme and that fucking Muslims and Jews have been fighting fucking since the fucking 1800s, fucking these people, Ukraine and Russia have been fighting since 2014, and it's been happening for years and it's going to keep happening for years. So don't be scared. Just, fucking live your life, be nice, help your neighbor.
Peace, love for
Peace,
everybody,
love.
man. Love everybody.
it, man.
Love thy neighbor.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
it, man. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just if you be a good person, no matter what you believe, your soul will go to a good place.
Yeah, I feel like
That
that's
is it.
But that's what religion at its core is about. But people,
Yes.
radicals though,
They take it to
it to that next level.
Yeah.
Like even Muslims, right? They get a bad rap because there's Muslim terrorists. The KKK were Christians, but it's not like we would go, oh, the Christian KKKs. But there's always the outliers. Like we said in the ocean and the space, ends of the spectrum.
ends of the
there's
spectrum.
too many. There's those that are living at the depths of the ocean. Those like Muslims that are like, oh, la, 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 and like, or there's ones that. Islam is like peaceful religion, bro.
they're
Peaceful
very,
religion, man.
they're
And
very
there's,
peaceful.
There's a thing where it's like, in the Muslim religion, it's when I say you don't have to, but if you're a devout Muslim, they give a percentage of their salary to charity, like
Yes.
every year.
Yes.
So it's a very
Give back.
give
sort of.
back religion, but like I said,
Yes.
it gets bad raps because it happens to be a lot
news.
of Arabs are terrorists
The
and
news.
this and that.
Yeah.
Man, the people who are radical and stuff, the mind is an infection on the earth. If your brain takes over you, your brain is a liar, man. Your brain will tell you false things. Your brain lies all the time. You have to kind of analyze your thoughts and realize that you aren't them. If you let it take over, you'll act out of ego, you'll act out of just impulse, and you will become a monster. Your brain is an
Yes.
infection.
That's why,
your brain's
man.
not your friend.
Fucking
man.
go to the gym, go for runs, read books. Don't watch fucking pornography. Don't watch.
Whoa.
No, none of that.
Whoa.
Don't fucking limit your TikTok. Limit your. But You just don't fucking do it. We're not just talking shit here. We're trying to fucking help you.
I've
man.
actually tried to limit my porn intake, to be honest, because it really does desensitize.
Hey, bro,
It's
again,
not
bro,
good for you.
dude,
It's not good for you.
Bro, what it does to your fucking frontal cortex
Yeah.
is fucking not good,
Do
bro.
you know, like, if
Not
I
good.
really went to town with a porno video just myself, I could make myself blow in like 3 minutes. Because I'm just like, I know what parts to go to.
Yeah, you just skip through there.
I
Nah, it's
skip
not good.
through it, and then it's like it's the most fake shit you've ever seen.
It's not good, bro. It's not good. It's not good.
But a way to combat that, watch amateur porn, where a couple makes a thing. It's a bit more realistic.
Fucking just have
Or just
sex
don't
with your
watch
girlfriend
one.
if you've
Yeah.
got one, or just like if you've got to rub one
some
out,
push-ups.
fine. But just don't watch anything to it. Like it's not good for you, man. So limit your fucking TikTok. Go for runs. Lift weight. If you get bored of weights like Joey K is going through, do some fucking CrossFit functional shit. Get your body moving. Do something.
Yep.
Do something.
Yeah.
Don't just sit here and be scared over this vote. Yes, no. Fucking Ukraine versus this. Fucking Palestine versus that. Because you're just a fucking little nobody with your opinion does not fucking matter and it's not going to change fucking shit. You still got to go to work tomorrow.
Yep.
So why the fuck are you fucking sitting there having a bitch? Stop being a bitch, man.
You could be in Gaza. That'd be way worse.
That's what I'm saying.
always
You could
be
be, you could
We're
be over
very
there.
privileged, eh?
Yeah, you
Can
could
always
be
be
over
worse.
there living in that situation.
Yeah.
Then you'd be fucking, probably all over
I
social
bet
media.
they're not going, where's my Optus coverage?
Yeah, exactly. you know what I mean?
I
And
shouldn't joke about it, but
I'm
yeah.
like, fuck me. Like, god damn. You pussies. I'm angry now. I've had enough.
You pussy or fam.
Yeah.
Wagwan.
All right, that's
enough.
it, man. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Check out the merch. Check out the website. Check out all that shit, man.
All
New
that
music's
shit,
on
Neil.
the way always. Yeah, and that's it, man.
Thank you so
Salud.
much. Thank you so much. See yous. Cheers.